Truth over lies. Truth over lies.
We see through the disguise. They keep us distracted while the world's on fire.
Truth over lies.
Global games ain't playing. If we don't stay focused, we'll never get our land.
They talk world peace
while they loading the weapons. Same script, different villains, same global direction. US pointing fingers that is well on screen, but the real war invisible, messing with minds of the people we seen. They say pick a side, red or blue, while the money keep printing and the truth stay new. Black folks caught in the middle of a chessboard play. Entertainment distractions keep us arguing all day. They don't want unity, they want noise. They don't want leaders, they want angry boys. Scrolling, debating, beefing online, while rapper per action get better in the headline.
Truth over lies.
They selling fear on the news. If we don't see the pattern, we'll keep falling for the rules.
Truth over lies.
Same empire, new face, a distracted people never win the race. They weaponize conflict, divide the globe.
Sanction, invasion, money controls, but tell Black America to stay entertained while generational theft never got reclaimed. Reparations ain't charity, it's a debt. Stolen labor, stolen land, don't forget. They want us beefing over nonsense and clout, while the real conversation never comes out. Peace ain't possible without truth involved. You can't heal a wound you refuse to resolve, so we staying locked in, eyes wide open. No distractions, we decoding what's spoken. Focus, they want us blind, unfocused, focus. We too old to be hopeless. No more smoke screens, no more circus shows. Truth over lies. Truth over lies.
They selling fear on the news. If we don't see the pattern, we keep falling for the rules.
Truth over lies.
Same empire, new face, a distracted people never win a race.
Truth over lies.
Mr. Walker. Truth over lies. World politics. Black focus. No distractions.
Another young life lost to street violence. Yeah, this ain't entertainment, this is intervention. If the truth hurts your feelings, it probably need to be said.
Truth over lies, we don't glorify pain. At the streets tryna break them chains. Quarters in mindset, grown men talk. Lead the YNs before they chalk line walk.
Truth over lies, we don't glorify pain. At the streets tryna break them chains. Quarters of mindset, grown man talk. Lead the YNs before they chalk line walk.
Truth over lies, this real, no cap, no cap, no crash outs, no throwaway stats, waste that. OG's back, put order in place. Say to you, left the streets, left the cage.
Yeah, I seen talent die for an Instagram stare. Wine chasing clout, no plan, no prayer. Street code outdated, nobody wins. Same block, same cycle, same pens. They selling dreams, but it's really a trap. Labels love bodies, they don't love blacks. We need leaders, not shooters with aim. Need fathers and homes, not candles and names. Quarters up weather, mind on legacy. Talk money, discipline, equity. I ain't judging, I'm correcting course. Truth hit hard, but it save you more.
Truth over lies, we don't glorify pain. At the streets tryna break them chains. Quarters at mindset, grown man talk. Lead the YNs before they chalk line walk.
Yeah, OG talk, pull a chair, sit down. Ain't no honor in a jailhouse gown. They told you drill was the way to shine, but the real killers is time and fines. They cheering when you crash out young, then forget your name when the sentence come. We ain't anti-culture, we anti-death. Anti-mama crying, anti-breath, last left. You wanna be a man, build something real. Stocks, trade, skill set, something you can feel. After streets ain't hate, it's love with the spine. We tryna get you old now, viral online.
Truth over lies, say it loud, say it clear. Left the streets, we need you here. Quarters of vision, fit your focus, kiss. Break generational suffering. Truth over lies, say it loud, say it clear. Left the streets, we need you here. Quarters of vision, future focus, kings. Break generational suffering.
We don't profit off death. We don't clap for destruction. We here to build men.
Not bury boys.
Not bury boys.
Truth over lies.
Yeah. Cart before the horse productions. Gavin X Mr. Walker. Truth over lies. SBC Nation. We in here. We ain't like them, we stay on cold. Truth over lies, yeah, we exposed. From the hood, but we chose that growth. Build our people, yeah, that's the goal. Hit like, subscribe, don't scroll past. Cash App, love, super chat fast. Real talk, only no podcast. Yeah. Truth over lies, and we stand on that. Yeah. Came from the mud, now we cleaning it up. Same block raised us, but we changing it up. No more crashing out, we elevating the mind. Trying to break them cycles, leave that struggle behind. They promote chaos, we promoting the code. Family first, yeah, that's how it go. Married men speaking, yeah, we leading the way. Not perfect, but we building each day. Single mom stresses and playing both sides. Child support courts got a whole lot of pride. But where the structure? Where the fathers at? We ask real questions, they don't know that.
We ain't like them, we stay on course. Truth over lies, yeah, we exposed. Yeah. From the hood, but we chose that growth. Build our people, yeah, that's the goal. Hit like, subscribe, don't scroll past. Cash App, love, super chat fast. Real talk, only no podcast cap. Truth over lies, yeah, we stand on that. Reparations talk, yeah, we bring it to light. But unity first, gotta get it right. Can't build wealth if the home's not strong. Too many kids growing up all wrong. Young, wild, and bomb, Keisha fed up. Toxic love stories, yeah, we seen enough. We break it down so the truth hit clear. No sugarcoat talk when we speak in here. Stay woke, not sleep, gotta move with sense. Not every trend worth the consequence. They push distractions, we push it fast. Trying to get the culture back on track. We just want better days. Real love, real homes, better ways. We just speak that truth for the ones coming up after you. Truth over lies, yeah, we locked in. Single by choice, yeah, we tapped in. Couple for the horse, yeah, we building brands. SBC Nation, yeah, we taking stands. Like, comment, subscribe, don't wait. Support the show, yeah, we appreciate. Cash App, super chat, show love, truth over lies. Yeah, we rise above.
Welcome. Live Wednesday night, Truth Over Lies, brought to you by
Caught before the horse production.
We live. Welcome to
Caught before the horse production.
It's Wednesday night, Mr. Walker. How you feeling, brother?
Yes, sir. I am feeling fan freaking tastic per usual. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, El Nug Nugs and Le Bonquishas. Welcome to Cart Before the Horse, Truth Over Lies, in affiliation with the Bougie Negro Podcast, and also, as all you Negroes know, in association with Ain't No Fun Once the Rabbits Got the Gun Entertainment. What's going on with you this fine Truth Over Lies Wednesday?
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, on this Truth Over Lies Wednesday. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button as you come into the room.
There you go. After you jive chickens do those two very simple things, come one, come all, this mighty fine August 26, 2026. As you can see, Gavin X and I are very much still in the mix, reporting live to you jive chickens with Truth Over Lies.
Hell to the now in the big name of Jesus, you hear me?
That part. So here we are, folks. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Y'all see the thumbnail tonight. We got some characters on the thumbnail, and we're going to be talking about the FBA community is drawing a line and demanding respect.
Delineate or else. Where our freedom fighting sister Ebony D, huh? They in the uproar. Something is in the air. Change is in the air. We drawing lines in the sand, my baby. Y'all know that's one of my favorite sayings. Drawing lines in the sand. Let folks know what it is, what it ain't. Why they so upset about it.
So there we go. We're going to talk about it tonight. So if you have not hit the like button, take a second. We see y'all coming into the room. Shout out to Damien with the jewels.
Appreciate you, brother Damien.
And Mrs. Locks to Smile.
Appreciate you, Mrs. Locks to Smile. Thank you.
And shout out to brother Taurus. Says Alicia Rushing deceased, drinking and driving. Oh man.
Alicia Rush. I'm not sure who was that, but oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's the Mama A chick. Yeah, I haven't seen the reports yet. I know a lot of people speculating, but I don't think they put out the official report.
Oh,
but yeah, that poor sister. Yeah, I seen a report she had run into the guy. So I guess the guy she hit was a young Marine, so it was a young white boy. He deceased. So that's why it's going, it's starting to pick up national news.
See what I'm saying? I said it, man. May that sister rest in peace. We gotta have these conversations. This stuff gonna happen. We said it. She out there partying, and I wish it wasn't so. I said she probably out there drinking and driving. It ain't worth it, man. We got to start paying attention to these warnings. We was just reviewing that sister. Just reviewing her. Now she gone. Drinking and driving. And she was documenting going down that path of destruction. May she rest in peace. Most unfortunate.
That part. So yeah, we see y'all definitely been sending over. Like you said, we was covering the sisters. So rest in peace. Another cautionary tale, as y'all know. But tonight, we're going to be talking about a little bit different madness. So take a second, hit the like button, and we're going to get into it.
Shout out to last night show. Shout out to the replay gang. We was cooking up last night, but we here now. Yesterday was the dating, mating, and just dating madness. Shout out to the replay gang. Today, we touch on some truth over lies madness. As Mr. X said, it's a lot to talk about. A lot going on out here in the world. I can't wait to see what's on the docket for today.
And shout out to Brother Keith with the jewels.
Thank you, Brother Keith.
And where we at here? And shout out to the week-long sponsor. All right, the brother Elijah getting the party started, dropping a 50 ball. All right. If you missed last night's show, Elijah is the sponsor of the week over here at Carpet for the Horse. And he dropped the 50 ball, says, I'm tapping into another live show. Salute, fellas.
And like you said, shout out to the week-long sponsor. I was just about to bring him up. Then he come back through supporting like he do. Can't thank you enough, brother Elijah.
Appreciate that, brother.
Appreciate you, brother.
So shout out to Elijah, who is the week sponsor over here at Carpet for the Horse. And make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Here we go. First story tonight going viral. We're going to talk about this Texas Roadhouse. All right. I just told my wife we ain't never going back in there. I mean, like I said, at this point, I think we all going to want to start eating more and more at the house, you know, or picking and choosing black places, you know, somewhere where you're comfortable.
There you go. That last part. Or, man, I've been stressing it. The cookout. Like, what the heck happened? Folks don't like each other that much where we can't get together, get some good cuts of meat up, and cook. I mean, I swear to goodness, it get me worked up. Like, can we just get back to that? Because this is food. I love eating. I love breaking bread with my brothers and sisters. But it's over for these Texas Roadhouse and these blooming onions and all this mess. They spitting in the food.
Texas Roadhouse, you have a major PR problem, and I am not sure what you can do at this point to fix it. Let's talk about the latest scandal that's taking place surrounding Texas Roadhouse. If you're not following the Black Good Society, please make sure to do so. This is a space in which pop culture money and real life meet. The popular restaurant chain is currently being flame broiled, pun intended, because it has come out that the employees of the restaurant across the country, I think this particular group had over 400,000 individuals in this private Facebook group, stated that they were actively tampering with the food of their Black customers. And baby, all HE double hockey sticks has broken out. Now, the restaurant has come out on their social media. They did lose their verified check mark on the Clock app, but here is a copy of their statement. Basically, as you see here, they're saying that the claims that were made in this private Facebook group were unfounded and that they are investigating these allegations. My question is, how can they rebound from this particular incident? Because in my mind, I'm already good off of Texas Roadhouse, which I hate to say because I absolutely love their rolls, but you know what? I want my food and I want it served without a little bit of extra yaya kaka on the side. Plus, the whole thing with the beef industry is not settling right with me right now, because are we eating beef or horse? Who knows? So either way, your girl here is okay, but I want to hear from you.
So there we go. Like say don't eat it. 400,000 people in this Facebook group. Who knows how long it's been going on, but we know now. So you can do what you want with this information.
You know what? For those that have yet to make the change, well, I've been on this kind of time. My wife and I was just talking today. During last night's show, I had let you guys know we came across some spoiled chicken. And we said we're just gonna cut down on it. If it ain't, I don't know what our plan of action is right now as far as supplement. I know we're gonna eat more quinoa, but as far as protein, it's risque if you can't afford a steak that you can identify as a real steak, because they gluing the meat together. That's what she's talking about. They gluing the meat. They allegedly feeding us horse meat, allegedly human meat. It's a lot. It's too many allegedlys for my taste buds. That's all I'm saying.
What do you think that Texas Roadhouse can do to turn around this whole situation and ensure that all customers of all races feel comfortable eating there? Sound off in the comments. If you found value in this post, please make sure to like as well as share. And don't forget to follow for more Desk Talk.
I spit in his food. They're putting their saliva in your food.
Texas Roadhouse is facing a strong backlash from the Black community. A Facebook screenshot has recently gone viral on social media featuring allegations that Texas Roadhouse employees were spitting on the food and dinner rolls of black customers. This tip-off was originally posted by Nancy Smith in a white pride group. It was subsequently reshared by numerous accounts and quickly sparked outrage. Some even went so far as to call on people of color to stop patronizing Texas Roadhouse. The catch, however, is that the allegation remains unverified. Texas Roadhouse has since issued statements acknowledging the online claims, dismissing them as completely baseless, and noting that an investigation is underway. To date, no specific employees, restaurant locations, or actual incidents involving victims have been identified. In other words,
man, this is wild. And I would say, like they say, they're not confirming it. You ain't denying it. So here we are. It's like the group is out there. They can't confirm anything. These are different restaurants, franchised, but you don't know what's going on from store to store. Like you say, I've seen one guy say, if it ain't no black folks overwhelmingly, be careful. Don't just be going in there. That's another thing. I know some of y'all out in the country, maybe in middle America somewhere, who knows, in the South. Just be careful. Even up here where we at, you got to walk in. Because a lot of times, believe it or not, a lot of the cooks be black men. So just look for that. A lot of times you be black men back there cooking or maybe some Hispanic or something, but normally what I be seeing.
There you go. Same here. Yeah, if I see a brother back there cooking, see, we different. Brother, I expect you to act like you got some that going sense and not feed it to the colonizers' most wicked of ways. But I ain't got to see no more. It's over. I've been off that time, but thank God for a wife that can cook. So I will throw that out there. I can talk all this cash money because I got food being served to me at the same time. Figure it out. If I was by myself, I don't know. I do something. Somebody got to cook for me, but it's over. The restaurant is done. Shout out to that sister from earlier. You don't even know what you eat. Forget the saliva. I'm serious. You don't know what kind of meat protein you are ingesting. You don't know. And again, there's a lot of allegations and allegations. Way too many try to filter through with your mouth.
circulating online are real, that does not mean the content within the screenshot has been proven true. If a subsequent investigation were to confirm that such acts actually took place, would you still dine at Texas Roadhouse? What are your thoughts?
You black? Don't eat at Texas Roadhouse, man. Don't go there, bro. So I guess in Facebook, there's this group chat of these white supremacist people, and it's like 400,000 of them, bro. That's a lot of people. And I think majority of them are like servers, and they said if they got black customers, they gonna do stuff to your food. Our food? You can't even eat safe? They gonna lick it. It got so bad, Texas Roadhouse had to make a statement about it. Just because you made that statement don't mean I'm still going. Hell no. To mess with a person's food that's paying for it, even if they're not paying for it, to mess with someone's food is the highest level of disrespect. And those people in the group chat, they say they hate black people so much, but they're so obsessed. They're always thinking about ways to mess with them, ways to do this, ways to do that. I'm like, if I hate something, I'm not trying to think about something. It's really that they're obsessed. They want to be us so bad. I ain't gonna, if Texas Roadhouse don't say they got cameras everywhere in the kitchen.
And there you go. I would say this is the tip of the iceberg. Just anywhere. Texas Roadhouse, Cracker Barrel. There's a lot of places. They just exposed a rabbit hole where I'm sure there's more. It ain't just isolated to Texas Roadhouse. And another thing is a lot of places nowadays, they cook the food right in front of you. You know, there's tons of restaurants where the kitchens are right in the front anymore. So just stuff like that. I mean, a lot of places you watch, make your food in these different type of, places, or go somewhere high end. I don't know, but these Texas Roadhouse, Cracker Barrel, Eaton Park, that middle of the road stuff, Denny's and all that, to hell with them.
There you go. What's happening there? They got the overworked and underpaid working there serving folks food they don't like. That's my theory on how you got here. So how do you get out of this conundrum? As Mr. Eric said, I imagine folks ain't eating at Texas Roadhouse and the Cracker Barrels on a regular basis. So if this is just something that's, you do every other weekend, I don't know, every weekend for y'all ballers out there, yes, that would be my suggestion as well. Find something a little bit more pinky extended, and enjoy yourself. The wife and I went out to a place, I can't remember where it was at, but as he said, They was making the food. The kitchen was right in the open. It's very reassuring when you're in a different, strange place.
There you go. And brother Ryan Page says, eating out. He says, stop eating out. It's trash. I found a black cow farmer and I buy beef from him.
Yeah, see, shout out to this rural area. There's some little one-off farms around here too. I'm gonna let you know about it, Mr. X. I learned about them, but I want to eat meat at the time. There you go. Find some like one-off little farmer, little butcher. That's the move.
There you go. And shout out to Nais, come through with the jewels.
Appreciate your troublemaker.
And sister Nikki.
Appreciate you, Nikki.
And Nais says, oh wow, I'm just catching y'all. Ain't it Wednesday?
It is Wednesday. Truth over lies, troublemaker.
And Olawa says, we got Texas Roadhouse at home.
Not no more. Not no more, Olawa.
Well, she's saying at home, meaning her house. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like we got McDonald's at Roger, that sister.
Don't go.
My God, today, Texas Roadhouse? You mean to tell me that you guys didn't know about a 600,000 member secret chat room on Facebook Messenger? It was a secret group that was talking about how they treat black and brown customers in these restaurants. Look, there was several restaurants that were mentioned. I did a little internet search just maybe for 5 or 10 minutes, and it disgusted me. Look, I've been a chef for over 20 years, and I don't work in these big franchise corporate restaurants because, number one, big money don't come clean, and clean money don't come big. And a lot of these local restaurants that we don't want to go into because they're not Texas Roadhouse and they don't have these good rolls. Can you believe what I read? These people were talking about licking their fingers and grabbing the rolls, spitting in their food if they're black and brown. Folks, I'm going to tell you, racism runs rampant in these huge franchise restaurants, and there's only one way to combat it. Eat local. Eat mom and pops. Stop going to these huge franchise restaurants that are owned by Darden Industries. Just stop going.
I know you guys said no Texas Roadhouse, but here me and my homegirl are at Texas Roadhouse. Yeah. So here we are. We're about to try the food. Let's hope there's no staples or anything in it. Hi.
Staples is crazy.
I just finished my plate. I'm feeling very full. How you feel about the food?
It's alright.
I remember when I lost my mind. Oh, I'm just about to lose my mind.
Lord have mercy. She said, I'm in here with my girlfriend. It's a whole ninja. It's a whole ninja biatch. No Keisha-tron. Like you say, go F around and find out. We don't care. It's not a boycott on that level. If you want to do it, go ahead. You can be a dang guinea pig for them. I know y'all talk about don't eat here, but me and my girlfriend, that's not a girl. You and your homie.
You see what I'm saying? I don't know where to start. The problems are compounding. We're supposed to be talking about getting disrespected out here in restaurants via the staff using freaking biological warfare. And now we got to deal with these confusions. these delusional illusions. Just stop it. See that? Just another check, another box being checked. Sisters, y'all be liking this mess. But whenever these pandering and these Rainbow Coalition ninjas start going upside your head and all types of stuff, then it's a problem. Now that ain't your girlfriend. Now that's a grown man. But never. I digress. I'm over right.
All right, 8 out of 10.
I get this hand, no.
Some of y'all, he said they both dudes. Jesus. I don't know, man. I don't know. In the world of confusion, you don't even know where to eat, who's what's who.
I thank God every day. I really do. I care for y'all, man. I take on y'all anxiety to find solutions for these modern day problems. But via marriage and just getting old and working my ass off, yeah. I don't know how do y'all navigate this. Y'all don't know if y'all food is real. Y'all don't know if y'all women is real. Ooh.
It was
On Wednesday, a woman said her family found staples baked into the bread they received at the Texas Roadhouse in Walpole. The social media post included images of the impacted food.
And mid-bite, my sister's like, ow, like there's something hard in here. So my mom takes the bun to inspect it. We open the bun to find staples. We find staples like baked into the bread.
Texas Roadhouse tells Boston 25 News the health department visited the store today, and their report states there are no signs of physical contamination in the restaurant, including the bread and kitchen areas. The company has been in contact with the impacted guests.
I mean, goodness gracious. So staples in the bread, that was probably the only thing halfway decent is a roll, but I mean, there you go. Huh.
Oh, that enraged me. Can you imagine biting down on the sharp part of a staple, and especially if you got like a bad tooth or one of them old school metal gray fillings? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Ooh, that pain just shoot up through your skull. No, see what I mean? They get away with this type of stuff. Want to know why? Because unless you have a surplus of liquid, you can't just go suing companies like this, which they should get sued. Like this would have happened to S-Class driving top executive CEO man. Oh my goodness, he can stock in the company, at least walk away with $250,000, but poor folks can't sue.
Report states there are no signs of physical contamination in the restaurant, including the bread and kitchen areas. The company has been in contact with the impacted guests.
Andy says he waited on a group of nearly a dozen, a family dressed head to toe in Confederate gear, even the toddler.
Had on the full Confederate flag outfit, the jumpsuit, the sweater, everything.
He says they never looked him in the eye, mostly ignoring him as he tried to take their orders. He says one of the men repeatedly called him boy, and though never said directly to him, the group used the N-word at least 3 times.
They clearly wanted to fight. They wanted to rile me up. They wanted to get something out of me. I mean, that's just, my emotions just came out one way or the other, and I started crying, and my team members, they saw me, they came outside.
I was mad. Kelowna Watson was so mad she took to TikTok. She was working that night and shared Mandy's experience in a video that's now gone viral.
All the comments and all just the awareness of it, that's like it's 2023, like most people are saying, like why are we even going through this?
So here we are.
Hell!
So they got a history of this stuff. All right. I mean, you can get the feels for some of these restaurants. Nonetheless, be careful. So it's a 400,000 people in this group. And like I said, who knows how long it's been going on, but we know now. I think that's most important.
There you go. And listen here, man, my heart goes out to folks like this. You know what I mean? It's so easy because I initially wanted to say F that job. I ain't doing, because I ain't about to say be serving these a table full of colonizers with Confederate flags on, call me boy and the N-word. This brother just broke out into tears. I don't know nothing about it, but that's why I listen. Keep your resume updated and always keep your toe out there if you work jobs like this, so you ain't got to be bound by that. And because that's depression, and man, that's too much. Like just always keep your options open when you got jobs and occupations like this, because God dog, I hate that for that brother.
And shout out to Brother Ryan. Says, we stopped eating that tainted food many moons ago. Can't remember the last time we had a Whopper or a Big Mac.
Amen, Ryan. Amen.
So for this, we definitely going to take Texas Roadhouse to the pit. And like you said, let us know how it's going. As we see, some people are still eating in there.
Absolutely not.
Madness. Fuck is you talking about?
This is Sparta!
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to hide. You gotta count your blessings. You're sitting at the table. You hear me? Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Yeah, I tell you what, I had a few bad instances out eating. I think I got food poisoning. I think that's my last time really eating. I got food poisoning at a Chinese restaurant. It was over.
So here we are. We talking about the FBA community is drawing the line in the sand and demanding respect. And now we going from Texas Roadhouse over to Target. So I see Target got something going on with Halloween costumes. We gonna see what's going on.
Tarjay, what you doing, Tarjay?
Target has removed what it described as a kid's circus clown Halloween costume after receiving backlash from people who accused the retailer of selling racist merchandise. According to the since deleted listing, the costume was sold as part of Target's seasonal hide and eek boutique brand. You can see the costume right here on your screen. Critics said it looked too similar to blackface used in minstrel shows that were popular in the early 19th century. Target has since apologized. In an online post, the retailer says in part, "We got this wrong and we're deeply sorry. We're looking closely at how this happened and what needs to change to ensure this won't happen again."
Target is shaking, and today they found themselves in the hottest of water behind a children's Halloween costume that displayed a Sambo-like image.
Lord. We demanding respect. All right, so Target pulls the Halloween costume. How did it even make the shelf? Like, who was on the board and gave it the green light, seen this imagery, seen the, logo and what you were going to use to advertise it, and the kid, and what? You going to just say we didn't know?
Dare I say, this is where DEI hires would have came through with shining colors. Because wasn't no sister, brown, black person about to let this pass. As soon as it came across it, say, whoa, start over. We not about to do this. But since the colonizing folks don't like diversity so much, now y'all losing money. Folks, this is how we get a change. This is how we make a difference. Keeping our resources to ourselves and raising a fuss in the proper way. Shout out to email, letter writing Karen. That's how you get it done. Hit them where it hurts in their pockets. That's the only way. But you're right. Like, I can look at this and I don't know. It's some folks I can see you saying it's a reach, but when you are a company and it's your job to know what you're about to put out here and how it's going to be perceived by your audience or by your clientele. This was a flop. That looks wild.
Yes, this is Target. They don't get no excuse or a pass. Even us sitting up here as content creators, we are held to a standard. Like you say, you can't just do something. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know what that was. My bad. No. When you selling something and you promoting it like that, you know what you're doing.
Especially with Target is known for, I believe, right, working with black folks. Shout out to the sister, forget her daggone name, the sister that had all of the hair products and stuff in there, Tabitha Brown. So yeah, come on now, you done worked with black folks. Should be fairly intimate, work with a sister like Tabitha, and now this come out on the shelf. What you doing, man? Is you cool?
Of a clown featuring a black child. There was a lot to the story. Let's talk about it. Now, for those who've been living under a rock, Target is just now coming out of a boycott that lost them about a couple $2 billion. I do believe it was more than $1 billion. I honestly think it was like $2 billion that they lost after a boycott when they removed their DEI program. Now, DEI is basically inclusion for people who are not white. They called it back in the day affirmative action, is diversity, inclusivity, and basically saying, we're going to make sure we hire gay people. We're going to make sure we hire Asian people. We're going to make sure we hire black people. We're going to make sure we hire these people. Target said, we're getting rid of that. Okay. So we as a community decided we're getting rid of our dollars and we stopped shopping with them. Funny enough, I just bought something from Target, not recently, but I think I bought one thing after 2 years. And it was something I had to buy, discontinued everywhere else. But I remember going on my Target app and it said, have not had a purchase for like a year and a certain amount of months. I said, oh yeah, baby, I wasn't playing. Me and the community, we were not playing with Target. Well, Target is back in hot water. After Jay-Z kind of tried to save them and said start shopping with them again, baby, it looks like the people are going to be taking their dollars back this season, a pivotal holiday season, money Target needs because of this ad. It says kids glows under black light circle.
Man, listen.
Hell!
I don't think black folks should be celebrating any holidays. Let's just, in short term, short vision. I ain't even about to go long term for people like myself. Short term, just for the rest of the year, people. Just for the rest of 2026, Don't celebrate anything. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all this stuff. Just put it all on the shelf as far as spending money. Like you say, just don't even, if you want to still gather with family, that ain't nothing wrong with that. Don't go into their stores and start liquidating all your assets.
Only reason why we even acknowledge these holidays in the Walker households, because that's what you do. You spend time with your family. That is it. I ain't buying no daggone Christmas, nothing, no Valentine's, no Easter, no St. Patrick's Day, no President's Day. Keep rattling off. I do believe there is a holiday every month. Am I tripping or am I freaking correct? Do we not know, and not y'all, do we not see how diabolical that is? White man got a holiday that's there for one reason, to cause an influx of spending. Leave it alone. I'm telling you, it is a beautiful thing to wake up like, oh, it's Valentine's Day, whatever. You ain't spending nothing. Just enjoy each other. Get some wine, barbecue, have a cookout. What we doing?
Costume, 4-piece Halloween costume set, orange and black color design that glows under black light. Now, they have a lot of kids' costumes like this. They're like the Black Light Collection. And they are by or under a company called Hide and Eek Boutique, okay? Those are some, not even all, of the Halloween costume makers that service Target. Because I saw some other names as well when I went to go do my research. It's gone now. It is gone, okay? But it says it glows under black light, kids clown bodysuit. And you see he's got the step it and fetch it stance compared to these other ones. You've got the pumpkin scarecrow man. He's in the hoop and basketball stance. You've got the Aang here from Last Airbender. So that's the stance they decided for the clown. Honestly, even with the Sambo-like smile, I think that they probably would have gotten away with it if it was a more stoic stance. If it was straight up and down or, or maybe now that would have been bad too, but this, that's what it gives. The people were outraged.
We told you all that Target didn't give a damn about black folks. And y'all didn't give a damn because they got a couple of black folks' products in their store. Or because, according to your Google research, white women benefited more from DEI. But when Trump was threatening companies, corporations, and institutions like universities to drop DEI, because in this administration's mind, they mean black folks and people of color, Target was gone with the wind. But y'all still shop there. This is a child's costume that Target had marked as a circus clown.
And there you go. Like I said, understand the people behind this stuff are evil, devious people. If y'all ain't learned nothing from the X-Files, and I don't even know much about the X-Files, but hell, I know about white folks. I don't need to know about it. So y'all just need to understand who y'all dealing with. Like this was all shot in a studio. All right, some white man was like, no, stand like this. Put your hands like this. You know how many times they probably had to keep shooting this image till they got it exactly how he wanted it? All right, it's wicked.
Yeah, he wasn't getting it. Then the photographer had a slip and said, "Look like a coon." Well, I mean, look like you're joyful with glee, boy. Young man. I agree.
And I would say, and the whole thing is somebody's parents was in the room with them, so it's just all unfortunate. So whatever they paid y'all, that little $200, it wasn't worth it.
There you go. Shout out to Mo said that. Yes. Where was the parents? Goodness, we got to stop that. Shout out to my old pastor. He was heavy on that. He used to say, don't be out here PIMPing your child out here to the world. Heavy on that. Real heavy. Like it can't be, it's not worth it. At what cost? Like twos and fews, maybe a little contract, some bragging rights. But just for your kid to be out here looking like this, the hazing that'll take place in his school.
Does that look like a fucking circus clown to y'all? Because these are what circus clowns look like to me. And I'm not even mad at Target for being exactly who it is that they showed us that they were. So let's read Target's apology, and I'll explain how a $75 billion corporation like Target didn't make no mistake. They said, as a company, we know we got this wrong and we are deeply sorry. The costume is offensive and should have never been a part of our assortment. Now, mind you, Newsweek quoted that as Target, but didn't quote specifically who from Target said that. And let this be a reminder that that costume was not from a third party. That was from Target's boutique collection, which for a $75 billion company means it had to go through a chain of command for approval. Not only this, Halloween is one of the biggest and most lucrative American holidays, where Target is competing with other corporations like Amazon and Walmart, which means that on a corporate level, you are planning for something like a Halloween a year prior. You have not only a marketing team of people, a merchandising team of people, but you also have production planning because you have to do a photo shoot. And between the marketing and merchandising teams alone, there had to have been a spreadsheet of ideas for the year. Because again, this costume, wrong picture. This costume was a Target branded costume. Let's wake it up some more, shall we? This is Kara Sylvester. She is the Executive Vice President and Chief Merchandising Officer. And reading directly from Target's corporate site, it says that she leads the teams that steer the retailer's design and style-driven curation strategy across assortment, product design, own brands, partner collaborations, and merchandising capability. In addition to the fact that merchandising is an umbrella, which means that it carries multiple buckets that get us to the point of putting something on the shelf. You have the buying side of merchandising, which in Target's words, not mine, evaluates the best products.
And here we go.
Yeah.
And this is deeply rooted, right? I mean, look at this Karen woman that's responsible for this stuff. So, I mean, she's giving it the green light, essentially, her and her team, who all probably look like her. And here we are. And this got a lot to do with why folks need to be educated, why we don't need to forget the past. Because the more they tell you to forget the past, they can try to get away with stuff like this. Because people simply won't know. If we don't keep teaching our children, in 50 years, it'll be acceptable.
There you go. We've touched on this before. It's cringeworthy. These young kids now, these young black kids, allowing their white counterparts to say things like, "You're chimping out." Ain't no way, boy. As a black person, don't ever let nobody refer to you as no kind of primate or nothing like that. If you want to get scientific, it's quite the other way around when you start breaking down DNA and stuff, so you can hit them with that. But as Mr. X said, this is here. Look at the character on the screen. She most likely lives somewhere in Texas and drive a F-350 King Ranch to work. You think she worked? She's like, yeah, that's funny. That's hilarious. My husband would love that. Yeah, put that on the shelf.
And there you go. So the further they try to remove us, as they say, they don't want to teach the young white kids about history, at least not the truth about it. They want to keep moving further and further away. They act like we came in this country and it all started with Martin Luther King. Yeah, they got here in about 1965 and they just start fighting for rights. That's what they gonna try to teach folks to believe. It just started there. They came here on their own. And
shout out to my barber. We don't be a safe ninja. Being a safe ninja means you, as a black person, especially FBA, you refuse to acknowledge anything about your past history or lineage when you are in the company of white folks. Don't do that. Yeah, don't be a safe ninja.
Strategy across assortment, product, staying aware of the latest trends, optimizing pricing, elevating presentation and promotion. Then you have merchandise planning, because for a $75 billion company, there is planning involved. And this one is interesting because for a company that has gone consistently viral for black people feeling disrespected by it, merchandise planning leads the financial and forecasting decisions that impact their business's performances. Then you have merchandising presentation and also merchandising process and operation. So how many people do you believe are in the merchandising department to give it the green light and the thumbs up? Because we haven't even gotten to all of the people that are in the marketing department and all of the people that were a part of the pre-production planning of the photo shoot for this costume, and all of the people who are a part of the production, from choosing the little black boy as the model, directing him to be positioned in this manner. But not only that, choosing this as the final photo, but all of those hundreds of people at that $75 billion corporation just made a mistake. Wonder if Jay-Z will have a freestyle about this one.
Of course, they were disgusted, calling this, a disrespectful minstrel show image of our children. Now, you think people are going to be sensitive about the grown DEI people that lost their jobs behind Target becoming basically a right-wing serving, organization? This is just purely disrespect. Here's the entire image. The people are not pleased. Interestingly enough, too, I'm like, did they, because I didn't get to see the original image on the website, did they kind of AI a image of a black child onto this image? Did they image the costume and then put the black face in it? Because could they have gotten away with this if it was a white face child? But the combination of all of them, the step and fetch it stance, the big Sambo smile, the little hat giving performance, is It was just all a recipe for them to be boycotted again. Like I said, it's gone, but I wanted to show you guys another image because I Googled it. Blacklight Circus clown Halloween costume. It's gone. And this came up, one from Joyfi. You know, his stance is not da-na-na-na. You know, it's a scary moment, but this is a killer clown. You know, the other one, the Blacklight clown, I don't know. Honestly, I don't think the people are taking it far. I think it's a dog whistle. I think Target was trying to be funny. I think they were trying to be funny. Even though black people, people of color are returning.
They're trying to be funny. That's why we say we are drawing a line and demanding respect. I don't know what trying to be funny is, but we drawing that line, letting you know it ain't funny at all. And you gonna respect us, our ancestors, everything we done been through. Ain't nothing about it funny. Like you said, we can move on and move towards a brighter future, but we ain't gonna forget, and y'all ain't gonna disrespect us.
I love when you bring the ancestors into the room. Yes, sir. Yes, and we got to get back to our old ways. Speaking of the ancestors, I'm gonna keep saying it. We got to start cooking out. Oh, you know, seriously, somebody got a nice house, get stuff, everybody pitch in, get it organized. Folks will I'm about to start yelling. Folks will organize. I did it. When I worked at Honda, I organized the whole place and we played the lotto. Everybody had their money on time, ready to go, all these strangers to gamble. But folks, that's kin folks and skin folks can't get together with food and something that ain't gambling. It drives me nuts. That's what we got to get back to. The eating out is done. Unless you upper middle class and can afford it. That ain't all of us.
There you go. And
Money.
shout out to Rachel with the 10 ball. Says Dr. Walker, Gavin X, do you both remember in 2019, Gucci faced severe backlash and pulled an $890 sweater off the market because it designed resembled a racist blackface imagery.
There we go. Yep. That was wild.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
So yeah, I mean, this ain't nothing new. The thing is, we ain't gonna, grow some level of tolerance to it and just allow it. That's what it is. We're gonna continue to demand respect, and they shall respect us.
The only way you demand respect, only power we got. But it goes with the wicked indoctrination they put on us. We got to keep our resources to ourselves. Our spending power. What a conundrum we have. We don't have the highest earning power, but somehow we got close to the highest spending power. Let's keep it to ourselves.
There we go. And shout out to Postman. He says subterfuge by Target once again.
Okay, subterfuge. Shout out to Postman.
Subterfuge. Okay.
Oh, no.
What's that? What's that $20 word?
$50 word. Let me get my Googles on. Shout out to brother Postman over at Mailbox Sports.
And shout out to Ryan. Says Orange Julius 47 got them acting out.
Orange Julius. Shout out to the Orange Man.
Money.
And Sister Rachel come back with the 10 ball. Says Gavin X, black people are not going to boycott shopping for Xmas nor Halloween. Remember, B-dubs didn't stop going to nail salons nor buying big wigs. That boycott went nowhere. Shake my head.
So here we go. Shout out to Sister Rachel. It's not going to be the majority of us. That we got to get off that cliff. It would be nice. It ain't going to be half of us. It's not. It's going to be a select group, even if that's, a couple 100,000. It's not going to be the most of us. We got to do our part. That is all.
There you go. Yeah, at this point, like you said, I'm not losing any sleep behind it. We are simply planting a seed. So yeah, I'm not guaranteeing it, just simply recommending, and people going to do what they want.
Same. Exactly. Plant that seed, baby.
Sister Rachel come back. She says, Dr. Walker, the Latino buying power is 4 trillion compared to our 2.1.
Ooh, okay. Shout out to Rachel. Okay. I said close.
Well, even that 2.1 is not true. Y'all know we already debunked that. So
yeah, not as a collective. Yeah. We talked about this.
And it's not, like you say, it's not buying power. Like you said, a lot of that money is going towards 75% of it is going towards necessities. So it's not like it's stockpiled or in a cache somewhere and we could use it to go buy something.
There you go. Yeah, that's one of those illusions, but it's spending power. The illusion is the 2.1 in spending power, but like you said, even that is not accurate. We broke that down.
Yeah. But nonetheless, we about to take Target, put them in the pit, and keep it moving.
Boycott Target once again.
Fuck is you talking about?
This is Sparta!
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to hide. You gotta count your blessings. You're sitting at the table. You hear me?
Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Target getting boycotting the Asians. Listen here, heck with a boycott. We can't boycott everybody. Just wrap the whole thing up and let's call it keeping your funds to yourself. I call it financial punishment. You are financially grounded. I'm too broke to go outside and do anything.
So here we go. Now we go from Target. All right. And we talking about where we at. The FBA community is drawing the line and demanding respect. And we're going to go to this next story, who is a man on the thumbnail, the guy we see in the middle here, Master P, and I see he is ruffling feathers.
Shout out to Percy. What Percy done say got the folks mad.
And shout out to the brother Jew Almighty over here. Let's see what he got.
Master P ruffled some feathers with this.
Negative mindset out of our culture because they still going back to, oh man, slavery, they did us this. And I'm like, you still harping on that.
Because while the black community has always supported and appreciated P's hustle and business acumen, for a lot of us, it feels like a slap in the face for him to tell the black community to stop harping over slavery. As if structural racism, discrimination, and systematic oppression in America haven't played a part in black people being behind the ball financially.
How you build a wealth gap on purpose. The GI Bill wasn't administered equal. Black veterans denied home loans by racist banks, denied college by segregated racist universities, denied job training in fields unsuitable for their race.
And that whole pull yourself up from the bootstraps rhetoric is something we've been hearing from racists for decades.
Legacy of slavery and segregation. I believe we ought to do all we can and seek to lift ourselves by our own bootstraps. But it's a cruel jest to say to a bootless man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps.
While I think we all need to build businesses if possible and build as much generational wealth as we can, to act like the legacy of slavery, discrimination, or racism haven't affected the black community is a slap in the face.
Take 2 steps forward if you never had to help mom or dad with the bills.
This is tough.
Take 2 steps forward if it wasn't because of your athletic ability, you don't have to pay for college.
But I'm Jew, welcome to
Y'all remember that social experiment? And most of the black kids never left the damn finish line. Take 2 steps forward if you never had to loan your mom some money. Take 2 steps forward if you don't know what crack smell like. And the white folks just kept marching.
I would have had to drift backwards into the bushes like Homer, Dacko, and Simpson. Yeah, listen, I can trouble with the best of them. My freshman year, I hate these experiments. When I first used to see these, it used to get me a little emotional, man, because things that we had to deal with as generational curse breakers, our children, I can see that. It's that contrast that is touching. It's like all this stuff I've been through. Then you look at your kids, your children, like, they don't know nothing about this. It is a very, very beautiful and moving thing. But yeah, shout out to this. I like this. But nevertheless, what Percy say wrong? He said folks need to start harping on slavery. We acknowledge it. We pay our respects. We pay our respects with our actions and how we live, and we shine the light on it. At the very same time, I will speak for myself. I'm in agreement with that. We can't use it as a crutch. Our ancestors that were slaves, that worked those cotton, tobacco, soy fields, they would not want us looking back on that, putting our heads down. They will want us to push forward and find some boots to pull our straps up. And to the other side, yeah, like MLK said, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Where your boots at, brother?
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
How come we don't own our own tennis shoe when Nike started out of their garage? Like, Phil Knight started out of his garage. And I tell people all the time, look, it's not about a color. Like, think about it. Even though when I help Black-owned business, I'm doing that because we at the bottom of the totem pole. But we want to create product for everybody. This product is for everybody, Blacks, white, Asian, Latino. But you don't have too many Black-owned companies. Like, show me how many Black-owned tennis shoe companies out there that's making functional shoes that actually own it.
Pete jumped across a few different topics. If you're a business owner, you should be making products or services for everybody, unless you have a Black-owned business with products and services designed strictly for the Black community, which is also fine. But when he's talking about Black-owned companies in the shoe industry, that's a completely different discussion. There are a ton of Black-owned shoe companies, just not in the mainstream like Adidas or Nike, Reebok, New Balance, anything like that. Which is funny, actually, because when you look up Black-owned shoes, Master P's shoe that he's showing off right here has a very strong resemblance to another Black company shoe, 19.9. But there are a ton of Black-owned shoe brands out there. You have to be in the loop or know exactly who they are, the brand, to probably stay in touch, which speaks to another issue when it comes to the shoe industry, and that's the super high barrier of entry. Getting into the shoe industry is hard because it requires high startup costs from molds and inventory, complex manufacturing with long production delays, high return rates from sizing issues, and heavy market competition from global brands. So when you're speaking about Black-owned shoe companies, a lot of these would be issues. One, because most Black people don't receive any type of inheritance from family. Only 13% of Black families receive an inheritance compared to nearly 34% of white families. And two, because Black entrepreneurs receive way less funding from.
I'll say this. I think the brother Master P, you got some misdirected rage. You know, you need to take your rage against the machine. It is not your own people. All right. It's the machine that's, you know, you fighting against, whether it's Nike or Adidas and Under Armour and all these people who gatekeep. I think y'all, you know, Black folks don't have that kind of power to gatekeep. So, you know what I mean? You got to take your issues up higher up. You trying to punch down to poor people and say, why ain't y'all buying my $300 shoes or whatever? I mean, what are we talking about?
There you go. And it's just unfortunate, brother P. It is. And I like to observe these characters that we are up here, you know, judging and observing. Master P, how did he get his start? You know what I mean? He was out there grinding. He didn't have it easy. I think he did have like a life insurance policy. I don't know if folks go hold that against him that he received from a family member, and he took that and flipped that and was driving state to state selling records out of his trunk. Got to put some respect on that. However, when you got folks that grind like that find them, they're back against the wall, and then the only person they can depend on, they tend to take on these personality traits where it's like, hey, you know, I did it, so you should do it too. That's a flaw. That is something that I made sure I never did. Oh, just because I did it, you should be able to do it too. Absolutely not. Not downgrading anyone, but everybody ain't a raging, you know, natural businessman hustler like Percy here.
Families. And two, because Black entrepreneurs receive way less funding from banks.
I've been in business such a long time. Back in 2019, I purchased my first food truck. It cost me over $25,000. I paid it cash money. I worked hard to pay for this truck. I'm now selling it. I had a guy come to look at purchasing my vehicle or my food truck. And he explained to me he's an illegal immigrant. He has no credit. He has no money in the bank, but he showed me his paperwork that he will receive funds to purchase my food truck. I'm thankful that he's buying it, but I'm hurt that I worked so hard to pay cash for my food truck. I have good credit. Can't even get a business loan because of the color of my skin.
It's not that many. It's a problem.
Yeah.
So when I find a problem, you know, my passion get like, I need to do this. I got to show the world. In the food industry, I realized that we didn't have enough healthy alternative foods for us. So I found a problem. I created Miller Family Food. I said, well, you know, I got to make healthy alternative food, snacks, everything.
Is that based out of New Orleans?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And so I was inspired by going to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And, you know, in the Black Wall Street in 1920, what happened to our people, and it's like you had so many successful, rich Black people, and it was burned down. But I met this guy that owned a grocery store called Oasis.
A.J. Johnson.
Yes. Yeah. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put my food in your grocery store, and I'm going to support you. We support all these other companies. But why not support Oasis and AJ?
That's an interesting way that he framed that with the Black-owned grocery store. They basically will be supporting each other, not Master P supporting him. He's letting Master P sell his Miller Farm products in his store. So he would be supporting Master P just as much as Master P is supporting him. Just an interesting framing.
That is true. Like I said, shout out to Brother P. Rock with him, but I mean, I don't know. Don't know why you can't sell your shoes the way you want. You might have to look in the mirror. A lot of stuff we gotta, check. Maybe you're doing something wrong marketing. Maybe you're trying to do everything by yourself. Not sure, but you gotta look into that side of it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm looking at the shoe. I'm not a tennis shoe, kind of guy, basketball shoe kind of guy at the very same time. I think there's some stuff to be desired with the shoe. It's kind of just absolutely saturated, which is kind of in right now, color saturation. As Mr. X said, you gotta analyze yourself, marketing and all that. Maybe just tough. Maybe a
and here
tough.
we go. So his shoe brand is called the Manjani brand. All right. And his sneakers typically cost anywhere from $250 to $300. And you got to buy them directly online. I mean, come on now. So you got to pee. Are you trying to hustle your people? Why are you selling $300 sneakers to poor people and then complaining that poor people can't afford the shoes? Like, you should be like Shaq and take your stuff into Walmart. Shout out to Shaq. Shout out to And1 brand and stuff. You need to be offering your stuff to the poor and impoverished. You ain't going to get so rich off everything, P. If you're truly doing it for the people, you can't be sitting up here like I'm doing this for the people and got $300 sneakers. I can't afford to buy that for my children. Are you crazy?
Absolutely not, P. You tripping. Yeah, my son come back for them $250 Percy specials. Absolutely not. They're going to help you jump out all that shit. I'm asking about any shoe.
And I'll say this for the people in the back. We got the same smoke for Michael Jordan or anybody else that's selling these overpriced ass shoes. So we the wrong ones to come with that.
Thank you, Miss X. We done covered that time and time again. Go and check some of the older shows. We don't rock with none of this goofy detrimental spending. Absolutely not. $250 to $300. Yeah, that explains a lot. What? Come on, P. See what I'm saying? There's established brands. Established brands, white man's brand. It means something on U.S. soil. It's unfortunate they're selling shoes for less than that, P. You got to come with some, brother. Golly.
Not trying to nitpick, though.
And AJ.
He's doing good stuff in the community. And what you know about that store, as I've been down there, is that the predominantly of that area that's white is poor individuals, and so I love the work that he's doing. But when you think about, again, being yourself, what's been the biggest surprise of the stardom? I mean, you've been in this game for a very, very long time. What's been the biggest surprise about it all?
Our own culture don't believe that we could do it, because they just don't get it. They're like, how you could do this? I mean, like, if I could do it, anybody could do it. You don't have to be the smartest person in the world. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You just got to have integrity and do good business. And these doors will open up for you, building great relationships. And I think that's the biggest thing for me, trying to get that negative mindset out of our culture, because they still going back to, oh man, slavery, they did us this. And I'm like, you still harping on that, man. I never harped on that. Because I can't change the past, but I can change the future.
It feels like Master P has to be talking about people doubting him from the early 90s when he got that $10,000 inheritance check or whatever it was and started a record store in the Bay Area. Because for millennials on, every generation after that, the Black community has been very entrepreneurial, business-minded. People know they can start businesses, be successful. They see it all the time online. And beyond all of that, I've never heard anybody in my whole entire life.
Well, here we go. It's a shaming tactic. So it's almost like it's sign language. He's like, if you can't afford my shoes because you slavery minded and you broke. If you broke, just say so. Y'all still slaves in the mind. Ain't nothing wrong with $300 shoes. It's like, dude, stop.
That's a tactic. That line, that tactic there that P just hit us with. Shame on you, P. I haven't read it, but that's probably in that book that's titled "How to Sell to the Negro." Do you not realize? Come on now, do we need to touch on this? Shaming Negroes to buy is very real. I had to get out. That's an impoverished mindset. Impoverished mindset. When I was younger and had to check my daggone bank account before every purchase, y'all know what I'm talking about. Man, I would spend my last dime at times. But once I start making some real money and able to save, you can't shame me no more. I'll go up to check out, find out something that's cost more than what I thought. You could put that back. I don't give a dang what the folks behind me think. See that? I done triggered some folks. That's a real thing. Oh, no, I get it. Because you don't want folks behind you think you broke. I can't afford it. I got to go to the discount rack. I'll be back.
Businesses be successful. They see it all the time online. And beyond all of that, I've never heard anybody in my whole entire life said they can't do something because of slavery. They can't start a business or be successful because of slavery. When black people talk about slavery, systematic oppression, racism, discrimination, we're talking about a lack of generational wealth in the black community, a lack of options, a lack of opportunities that other cultures and races get. To be clear, black people have been far behind white people when it came to building wealth due to slavery in and of itself. Because black labor during slavery, during those 250 years of slavery, was completely free, which means white slave owners and every other institution that benefited from that free labor were allowed to make money and build wealth based off free labor, while black people weren't allowed to own anything and weren't free. In the year 2000, economist Robert S. Brown calculated that the income produced by enslaved people for their white owners prior to 1860 was between 1.4 trillion and 4.7 trillion in modern money. And when there was a slight hope of catching up through reparations, the government reneged. In 1865, at the conclusion of the Civil War that ended slavery, free slaves were promised 40 acres and a mule to build an economic future for themselves. But the government reneged on that deal, and black Americans started their free lives empty-handed. Imagine starting completely over from scratch. No money, nowhere to live, no education, no real work experience other than working in a field, and having to start over while the world around you just continues to move. By some estimates, that land will have been worth as much as $3.1 trillion today. Don't ever let anybody gaslight you that we're crying when we talk about slavery or the injustices that black people have had against them, especially when it comes to economic disparities. But the part that isn't really discussed too often, instead of black people receiving reparations that we were promised, they gave those reparations to white people. Just as free slaves were being denied the land promised to them, the U.S. government provided a wealth-building stimulus that overwhelmingly benefited white Americans. The Homestead Acts of the 1860s were meant to help settle the American West. Black people weren't excluded, but few had the resources to migrate, clear land, and set up farms. Kind of like how black soldiers or black veterans weren't excluded from the GI Bill because by law they had the GI Bill, but there were no American institutions that allowed them to use the GI Bill. Black men served, bled, and died for this country in every war it fought. But when they came home, they were still treated like they weren't given the GI Bills that other white veterans were given when they came home.
The lie of equal opportunity.
And there we go. Here we go. We know our history. I think this stuff is empowering. This is strengthening us to move forward, be better, and at the same time, still demand our reparations. Shout out to Sister Ebony Dean. So we know what we've been through. You can't sit there and, be victim Olympics, but that's the thing. It's the dog whistle. The moment you start acknowledging the history and the truth and say, oh, you being a victim. No, he ain't. He telling y'all the damn truth. It stings and it hurts, baby, but the truth ain't hurt nobody but a liar.
Amen, amen, amen. And shout out, most respect, most honor to our FBA military that fought for a country, their country, that didn't claim them nor love them. These brothers literally went over fighting a war they couldn't win. Shout out to the Vietnam vets, all of the foreign war vets, everybody. Salute, respect, and honor. These men went over there, fought, perished, endured atrocities, just like their white counterparts. When they came back, they didn't get the parades. They didn't get these benefits, these perks. These men went over there, did just as much, if not greater. Our history is rich. And just to come back home, covered in scars and viscera and trauma, just to go to the bank and try to get what they rightfully earned, and was told you still a ninja. Can you imagine that? You like, I was just in the rain and the muck and in rice paddy fields fighting for my life, close combat, and you tell me fight for you. Indirectly, you gonna tell me I'm still a ninja? Can anybody that ain't black understand what that does to your soul and spirit?
And I would say shout out to all the soldiers that stayed over there. A lot of the guys didn't come back because they were getting better treatment, or even though there was a lot of propaganda. So there was propaganda. America was telling the other countries, all the allied countries, do not treat the black soldiers the same as the white soldiers, because when they get back home, they gonna understand that everything ain't like America, and they gonna have some contrast. And they were, it was a big thing, especially during World War I. And by World War II, like you said, a lot of them guys, either when they came back, but a lot of them guys didn't come. They stayed over there, found a wife, started a family over there, because they were being treated much better. And why would I come back to this? But no, America was definitely letting them countries know, there's a standard of treatment for the black man, even though they soldiers. All right, but good luck with that.
And they weren't buying it because the rest of the world ain't so wicked. So many of those white soldiers over in Vietnam owe their lives to these black faces. It is documented that at times when they was in the heat of battle in those forests, losing those battles, a lot of times the Viet Cong would see those black faces in the heat of battle and drop their weapons thinking that their God came back. And they would drop their weapons and it saved lives. And they start utilizing that. They think these ninjas is gods. Put them up front, but they don't want to talk. It's documented. They just don't want to talk about it.
Like they weren't given the GI Bills that other white veterans were given when they came home.
The lie of equal opportunity, aka how you build a wealth gap on purpose. They went to school, bought homes, built wealth. But here's the catch. The GI Bill wasn't administered equal.
Meaning they couldn't buy homes for their family and build wealth to pass down generations. And if they were able to buy homes, they had to deal with redlining, which is where they were told where they were allowed to buy a home and live.
Local agencies controlled who got what. And local meant Jim Crow South and redlined North.
And in the long run, a lot of those property values didn't go up like they did in white neighborhoods, meaning white people were able to build even more wealth, while people that fought and bled for this country struggled.
Black veterans denied home loans by racist banks, denied college by segregated racist universities, denied job training in fields unsuitable for their race.
It's estimated that about 15% of Americans today are descendants of mostly white original homesteaders who were granted 270 million acres of land, a tenth of the country's area, mostly seized from Native Americans. We're talking about each generation having to get out of the mud. We're talking about in 2025, 2026, still being the first high school graduate or the first college graduate or the first person with a master's or a doctorate in your family. That's what we're talking about when we talk about these things. This kind of reminded me of that privilege exercise or experiment that happened like 8-10 years ago, where you step forward if you receive a certain privilege. And you can see how far back a lot of black people start.
Everybody line up, shoulder to shoulder, take off your backpacks. We are racing for a $100 bill. Before I say go, I'm gonna make a couple statements. If those statements apply to you, I want you to take 2 steps forward. If those statements don't apply to you, I want you to stay right where you're at. Take 2 steps forward if both of your parents are still married. Take 2 steps forward if you grew up with a father figure in the home. Take 2 steps forward if you had access to a private education. Take 2 steps forward if you had access to a free tutor growing up. Take 2 steps forward if you've never had to worry about your cell phone being shut off. Take 2 steps forward if you never had to help mom or dad with the bills.
This is tough.
Take 2 steps forward if it wasn't because of your athletic ability, you don't have to pay for college. Take 2 steps forward if you never wondered where your next meal was going to come from. I want you guys up here in the front just to turn around and look.
Because the impacts of
hell to the now, here to the now.
Listen here, I'd have been lying like a mother sucker. I'd have been sprinting to the front. I'm a silver spoon, baby. Y'all talking about? I'm Beverly Hills. Like, no, but listen, here's the thing. It's not your fault, young man. We talk about this. A lot of us would have been standing there. It's not our fault, but it's our responsibility, as we say, to do better. Like you say, you can't use this and remain there, and your children damn sure shouldn't be there. That's what it's about. It ain't our fault that we at this line. A lot of this stuff is childhood stuff, right? But as adults, now if they bring your kids out here and line them up, and if they don't move, now we got a problem.
There you go. That is the beauty that emerges from the darkness like Bane. We come from the darkness, we emerge from it, we stay out of it so that our children may never know it even exists. Straight like that. I wouldn't trade this for nothing for the world. I accept this journey. We had these conversations. I ask people, these content creators like to ask folks, why are you proud to be black? And I like to ask folks that too. A lot of folks really don't have really tangible answers, but we know what comes along with being FBA, to be more specific, the struggle, the fight. But with the struggle and fight is the highest probability or possibility, not probability, the highest possibility for triumph and victory. and I love it here, and I'll take it every time. So keep raging on, young brothers.
Bills.
This is tough.
Take ability. You don't have to pay for college. I want you guys up here in the front just to turn around and look.
Because the impacts of slavery, segregation, Jim Crow, redlining, all of that is very real and still impacts us today. You can just look at home ownership as one of those things. If your great-grandparents never bought a home, your grandparents never bought a home, your parents never bought a home, how can they help you buy a home? You have to do it all your own, get it out the mud yourself, become the first generation to become a homeowner. Meanwhile, you have white people with generations of home ownership going back to the 1800s, and they all help their kids buy houses, they all give them inheritance, they all put them way ahead of the starting line that a black person has to start out. That is the impact and legacy of slavery, of segregation, of Jim Crow, of racism in this country that still impacts black people. And that's not even addressing racism in the workplace, where black people that were qualified and overqualified for jobs wouldn't get it because of the color of their skin. But unqualified white people would get those jobs because of the color of their skin or the connections they have and continue to be promoted. And even today, we're still dealing with things like the racial wage gap. The racial wage gap starts as early as 16 years old for black workers. And most black people never catch up with white counterparts. But that's not telling black people to give up, be lazy, or you can't do something. Black people are out here hustling. We are building our careers. We are getting our degrees. We are in the trades and using that to kick off business ownership. But acting like slavery is a thing of the past that we all need to get over without acknowledging the frameworks and ideologies that still impact the black community today is very harmful. And spreading that mindset on a platform like Forbes is crazy. On top of all of that, in the same breath, Matt Spear is going to bring up Black Wall Street being destroyed and looted by a racist white mob. What little wealth black families were able to build after the Civil War was often violently destroyed. In a massacre in 1921, mobs of police officers in Tulsa, Oklahoma, burned down what was known as Black Wall Street, obliterating $200 million in homes and businesses and displacing 10,000 black residents, which happened in 1921, which was only 50 years before he was born in 1970. So we're not talking about ancient history here, especially with people from Black Wall Street still being alive.
And I think you got to get used to us being successful. And I think a lot of us, we block our own blessings because we don't think that we could do it because we're looking at a color. So, I mean, Muhammad Ali was a guy that, and I love like his story because he didn't care about that. He just wanted to be around good people, but he did represent.
Stop. Muhammad Ali wasn't out here trying to sell $300 shoes to his people. Muhammad Ali was walking it like he talking. All right. So, like I said, he wasn't perfect, but he wasn't doing stuff like that. So don't even go down that rabbit. If you want to do anything, you need to start maybe, advertising to different people outside of black folk if you want to sell $300 shoes. Even look at Kanye. Even though some black folks bought it, but he was advertising to white people. That's why he got with Kim K, so he can cross over and get different customers. So you're trying to sell something, especially in these economic times with the price of fuel and everything, and you're trying to sell $300 shoes to people in the projects. Not to say they don't buy them. So it's a double-edged sword because some of these people do wear Michael Jordan shoes, and I despise it. But how are you going, tap into them people now and steal that customer base?
That was my point earlier. It's just bad timing. You can definitely draw that conclusion, though. Economy is wonky as heck. There's, international conflict, as the Orange Man likes to call it. Yeah, folks are keeping their resources to themselves for the time being. Straight like that. Like, yeah, this shaming tactic, there's no need to. And earlier he did say that his shoe is for everybody. He said it's not just for black folks. Well, act accordingly. Advertise to them. Get their attention. But I don't know this side of the game. What side of the game is this? Complaining about not getting a desired outcome. We talk about that. Why do that? That's weak. I believe that's counterproductive. But once again, also, I don't know how, this affects the rich and the famous, but I would think you could prevent, I can't get desired outcome, that folks just want to see you hurt even more and the situation gets worse. So
money. And shout out to Omni Design Studio with the 10 ball. Says, what happened to the brand FUBU? Why did the black brand disappear?
Shout out to you, Omni Design Studios. I looked it up a little bit. They disappeared. They actually had raging success. FUBU had raging success, but they oversaturated the market. So they blew up and they made way too much products and wound up on discount racks. And that kind of killed the brand in America, but they have since transitioned over to some type of marketing company. They're still successful, but they don't do clothes anymore.
I was gonna say shout out to the brother. He be on Shark Tank. It's the black bald head dude on Shark Tank. The Damon, he was the CEO of FUBU, and it was more than likely systematic. I'm sure that's what AI said, but you trying to buck the system. He going up against Polo and all them brands at the time, South Pole, and they like, it's too many ninjas. They weren't about to let FUBU and Sean John and Rockaware, where did all the brands go? They said, look, ain't no room for y'all in this.
There you go. I'll tell you what, we poor folk, I didn't know Sean John had like a high, like Sean John Black label. So there was different tiers. I believe even FUBU had like a top tier that wasn't available for everybody, but that is a point too, Mr. X. Yeah, we see what happened to Kanye. Kanye tried to really break through, and they tried to break him.
Trying to tell you. And B. Wyatt says No Limit fell apart because P didn't want to pay his producers fairly.
It's unfortunate. There's a lot of that going around in that time.
And shout out to Rachel. Says, remember last summer I said slave owners got reparations, not the black people in the chat? Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's documented as well. Yes, they did.
And Frederick Howard, been a member 10 months, says salute everyone.
We appreciate you, brother Frederick. Salute.
And Ryan Page said, did you see the story about the Navy trying to remove the name of the black warship, Renee? Yeah, we may, I'm see if I can pull a video up maybe later. We'll try to talk about it. I seen a little bit on it.
Ridiculous. That orange man need to go sit down some daggone where. Disrespectful.
For the culture. And I want more African-American owned tennis shoe companies. I don't want this just to be me. I want so many different product brands owned by us, but making it for everybody. Because think about it, when other cultures make products, they don't make it for them, they make it for everybody. And so I want that mindset of our people. If I could change that, that's the way we're going to bridge the wealth gap.
First off, what he's saying is false. There are a ton of products specifically for white men or white women or people of lighter skin tones. You can look at the skincare industry, right? They weren't making products for everybody. Rihanna became a billionaire with Fenty because she was making products for melanated people. You can look at a company like Bevel, which was a huge success because they created products for black people where there weren't products for black people before. So to say everybody creates products for everybody is false. A lot of people of color just end up using products created for white people. And again, there's nothing wrong creating products for black people because there's a large enough consumer base to do so. I think we as individuals should do everything in our power to improve our finances, start businesses, create generational wealth, buy property. I know that's a little outreach for most people these days, but we should put ourselves in the best financial position possible. We should build businesses in the black community and keep our dollars circulating in the black community. But that is not going to close the wealth gap created and maintained by a racist system in this country from slavery till now. There has to be a legit institutional correction and reparations for this wealth gap to realistically ever be closed. Even though we can do our best to put ourselves and our family and our circles and those around us in position to build and maintain generational wealth.
Yeah.
What's been the biggest negative surprise of it all? The biggest negative surprise of the stardom?
Our people can't work together.
So you telling me everything that he has to say negative about his experience in business has to do with the black community? That's crazy. He's never experienced anything bad on any other site, just about black people.
Think about when I go down Rodale Drive and see all these stores. They're owned by all the same kind of looking people. None of them fighting. None of them caring about what each other have or got. And I love that. I want to see that for our culture and our people. That's why I fight to educate our culture and our people, because we got to get on that page. Like, if we get on that page, we're going to be dangerous because we spend $1 trillion a year.
2.1 trillion.
2.1 trillion. Think about it. And we don't own nothing.
You a liar. And the truth ain't in you. It's not true. That is a damn. Yeah, we spend $2 trillion a year. Why can't y'all buy my shoes? As we said, we got a video. I'm gonna see if I can get the link and drop it in the chat. I think I will implore all y'all to watch it. And if we are wrong, debunk it. All right, do it, react to it. Hell. But as we know it, 75%, meaning about 1.5 trillion of that 2.1 is spent on necessities like, your damn rent and mortgage, your car insurance and car payments, your health insurance, all the stuff you need. It is not sitting in bank accounts or in caches, and it's not stockpiled anywhere.
There we go. We're not saying that we don't need to be smarter with our money. What we're saying is that that number just is incorrect. If it was correct, we could ride with it, but it's not. Just how is that warped stat of our melanated sisters being the most educated? Same thing. If it was true, it would be awesome. It's just not. But shout out to P. I get it. I understand, but here we go. I think, Gav, you said this a while back. Folks that get too disconnected from where they come from, not saying you should dwell there and be in a constant state of pity, but that disconnection, that's what you're getting from P. You know, it's almost like you wouldn't know where he come from. I think that could be troublesome. I really do. I know some folks don't give a dang about remaining connected to their culture, whatever, but come on, P. Don't get too uppity. It's okay to be a little uppity, but not too uppity.
And we make 1/10 of black CEOs in Fortune 500 companies, but we spending all the money.
That right there goes back to slavery, which he told us to get over and stop harping on. This whole video kind of threw me off. It made me tweet, modern black celebrities aren't equipped to be in and shouldn't be accepted as leaders or voices of the black community. Most are greedy and completely out of touch. It seems like most black celebrities either don't care about the black community or they are fine serving as that one example that, see, a black person got rich, a black person can make it, racism isn't real, get over slavery, stop crying about this, kind of like what Master P is saying right now. It's been a history of that, where one black person makes it. If there's an Oprah, there's no racism. Everybody can make it. And that's just not true. And a lot of people felt the exact same way about this video and what Master P was saying. Master P is very off code or extremely ignorant and needs the right person to wake him up. Master P really thinks you can capitalism your way past slavery. Like, yeah, nigga, slavery happened, but that was then get some money. Nigga, what? Building wealth matters, but money doesn't erase the systems and consequences that came from slavery. Big facts. His brother is serving time in a goddamn plantation right now. That man been locked up in Angola since the 2000s. He's talking about slavery like this legacy of slavery doesn't touch everything in American society, and there is no bootstrap strong enough to lift out of that. Yeah, you know, that's basically what he was getting to. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. But Martin Luther King himself addressed that 60 years.
And there you go.
Hell!
That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. Yeah, if we wasn't still living in these times, P, you a millionaire, you a powerful guy. Why can't you get your brother out of prison? Why can't you just pick up the phone and call T-Money and say, hey, pardon, or somebody do something? I mean, but here we are.
You know what? It's my understanding, I'm not there, but it's my understanding that once you do get to a certain socioeconomic level, it does become easier as a black person, brown person, whatever, to overlook past injustices to the point where it seemed like they never even happened. How many years can you wake up? I don't know. I'm asking a real question. How many years can you wake up putting on Louis and Gucci, driving Rolls Royces and Ferraris before that past life of 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago is but a very distant memory when you were trying to push CDs out the trunk of your old school? I get it, but hopefully other dare I say rich celebrities can see this and not be so in the clouds when it comes to real life issues, especially when you try to sell products to those folks still struggling and dealing with real life issues.
And shout out to Frederick Howard. He says Master P and Snoop Dogg are peddling high sugar cereals. Why? And I would say for the same reason with the shoes is, I mean, his theory is we're already, using this stuff or buying this stuff. Why don't y'all just buy it from me instead of us all coming up with healthier alternatives to everything? All right, the solution ain't, all right, y'all already poor and broke, but y'all still buy $300 Jordans, so why not just buy $300 Miamis? No, why don't you educate the people to buy $50 Miamis and still give them a quality shoe? You see what I'm saying? Or be peddling a non-high sugar cereal and offer an alternative. But you're like, y'all already eat Captain Crunch. Come eat Captain Snoop Dogs. We got a little bit less sugar.
A little bit more. That was damn near poetic, brother. Yes, that is that raging capitalism that is problematic. That right there. Y'all already indulging in this self-destructive behavior. Pay me for it. Just that's the drug dealer mentality. I might as well push it. You're gonna get it from somebody anyway.
Yes, I done seen men sell dope to their mamas and daddies and have that same mind state. Hell, if they gonna buy it from me, they gonna buy it from somebody. Hell, I might as well get the money.
That was one of the most traumatic things I ever seen as a youngster. That was cold. You don't ever sell to a kid or to your relatives. Things got so wonky. Yeah, see a young man sell to his mama. Over.
years ago.
And when white Americans tell the Negro to lift himself by his own bootstraps, they don't look over the legacy of slavery and segregation. I believe we ought to do all we can and seek to lift ourselves by our own bootstraps. But it's a cruel jest to say to a bootless man that he ought to lift himself by his own bootstraps. And many Negroes, by the thousands and millions, have been left bootless as a result of all of these years of oppression and as a result of a society that deliberately made his color a stigma and something worthless and degrading.
And because of the instant pushback and backlash he received, he came back out to address his statements.
What's up, y'all? For the ones in the back that came here, stop making them false narratives. I love my people. When you talk about slavery, our ancestors been through so much and we're not gonna forget it. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to tell y'all is, even though we're gonna always be aware of it, but we have to do something to bridge the wealth gap. That's what I'm saying. We can't change the past, but we can change the future, and we're gonna constantly fight and educate our people. But I want to let y'all know, Apple is making $32 million an hour. How do we get a piece of that? Because we need to be able to bridge the wealth gap. That's the only thing I'm saying. And that's the only way it's going to happen, is to educate our people, to educate our culture. And that's what I'm doing.
He still doesn't get it. Shout out to Master P, man. He has been a great inspiration to a lot of people in the black community. But he does not get the systematic impact that the legacy of slavery still has on people today. I want people to get out there to get degrees, to start their own practices, to start businesses, to master these trades and turn those into their own businesses. People need to hustle. They need to grind. We need to get it how we can. But that does not erase the uphill battle that we're up against. And Master P still didn't really address that. It seems like he's kind of doubling down, but it is what it is.
And there you go. And like he said, we need to, build wealth and all this. Us building wealth and, all of that is not selling your people $300 sneakers to people who can't afford it. That is making you rich. How is that building wealth in them? I mean, come on now. That's a hustler's tactic. Yeah, we just need to uplift each other and let's build this wealth. Y'all need to come buy my shoes so we can build wealth. How is that? What?
And how did he get to talking about Apple making like $32 million an hour? You see, that's that disconnect. Percy, that's where your mind is at. Granted, that's your standard of living. That's your socioeconomic level. Those are things you think about for inspiration. Apple making $32 million a year. How can you get a piece of that? Shout out to my father-in-law. We had many, many deep talks. And I remember us talking, and I was like, what would it take, for the younger versions of ourselves to take heed to information we got as youngsters that we didn't? And it's deliveries like this that go over folks' head. Like, I'm a little impoverished kid, wondering where my next meal gonna come from, and you talking about Apple making $32 million an hour. I would think I won the lottery if I was making $32 an hour. Percy, the disconnect is very much real, man.
I agree. So for that, we're going to take P, put him in the sub, and keep it moving.
Come on, P.
The passengers of the doomed Titanic sub spent their last moments in total darkness looking for bioluminescent creatures out of the small window and listening to their favorite music. The new details of the 5 passengers' final moments have been revealed by the wife and mum of the father-son duo.
Wade in the water, diamond, wade in the water. Something's gonna trouble the water. You better wade in the water.
Yeah, let's say shout out to the hustlers and the ambitious folks out there. Dare to do better. Work and grind at the very same time. Like, have some respect for the human experience. Everybody ain't gonna be a hustler. Everybody ain't gonna be ambitious, man. Like, shout out to KS. He touched on that a lot. That some blue collar folks just trying to have a steady, comfortable life and ride off into the sunset. Everybody ain't trying to be making $32 million an hour, Percy.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So here we are. Y'all see the thumbnail tonight. All right. We got a bunch of madness going on. The FBA community is drawing the line. And shout out to DJ Fly with the jewels.
Appreciate you, DJ.
And Omni Designs with the 50 ball says, stop selling products for a quick buck and start helping people instead. I'm trying to develop affordable housing for everyone.
There you go. Shout out to Omni. Shout out to all my folks out here trying to make some change while making a change. I see you, Omni.
Appreciate your brother, man.
Come on, just bring it. I need you to stand up. Why y'all not moving? Come on. Don't make me push. Don't make me push. Thank you, sir. There go money. She touching you. Where they get that money? Where they get that money? I can see money from a long way.
Elder Gregory Kelly,
That's right. Come on.
$100.
Everybody get something in your hand. Come on and put it right here.
Elder Omni, $50.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Appreciate your brother coming through, sponsoring the show like you do. And here we are. We're going to bring this next character out. We're talking about the community is drawing the line and demanding respect. We're going to bring this guy out. He's been triggering YouTube in the algorithm. All right, this Officer Tatum. I see YouTube been cracking down on the word lately. So we're going to try holding off on that. You know, I'm sure he probably put a call in. So here we are.
Hey, man. Hey, YouTube, they calling me bad names. I'm one of you guys. Tell them be nice to me. This is Officer Tatum.
God,
but nonetheless, that still ain't going to save you from getting stumped out.
I'll come up with something else to call you, Ninja.
Hating on me and make your situation worse. You don't want to take a ride.
Man. So this a young Tatum. This young Tatum, all right? This back when Skinnies was in. Wasn't they in at a point in time? I don't know, though. This giving feminine. I remember skinny jeans. This looked like Lane Bryant. This looked like he'd been shopping at damn Fashion Nova over there. What the
hell? There was an error. There was an error. You know, we gonna put that all behind us. I tell you that shit much. But this ain't it. Yeah, this is why you got to be careful. I don't know about y'all, man. It's my crack baby brain. I swear to goodness. Before I dare to come up here on this internet talking cash-ish, I look back at all pictures. I said, do I got anything up here that I would be ashamed of? And absolutely the freak not. I don't. Yeah, any ignorant. I did have one picture of my fake uncle contacted me. It was a picture of crack. And this, he said, you got to take that down, man. Can't have it up on your social media. I said, I come from crack, uncle.
This is wicked. So this is him. A lot's coming out about his past, and we go mine through this. Hit the like button.
This ain't it. This is bad.
On Black Earth, all eyes on me. Shout out.
Master P have received love from the community. And when a brother decide to wake up black people and say, y'all, we doing this wrong. Y'all, we got to stop focusing on race. Y'all, we got to stop focusing on slavery. There's opportunities to be had, and we missing them as a community because we still worry about stuff that don't make no sense. And Master P is one of the biggest entrepreneurs in American history. That dude is a grinder, hustler. Turn that rap music, flipped it, he make cereal, he doing all kind of stuff. But they don't want to listen to this brother. They call him an Uncle Tom Coon bootlicker. I'm running out of time, but my God, how could anybody disagree with what Master P Miller is saying? How, bruh? And do you guys understand that after he made that interview, he got so much backlash that he had to come out and make a response video? How you Neanderthals can't put two and two after P Miller, one of us? The brother came for nothing, selling dope, made himself out to be this. And
Fuck is you talking about? Fuck is you talking about?
Us. Well, here's the thing. One thing I learned about Tatum, all right, I believe he's married now to Becky. He got a kid, and he had another kid by another Becky before he got married. All right, so he got a couple Becky baby mamas, and he was a college football player. He played D1. So he went to Arizona, I believe Arizona University, Division I. You know, he went to I believe the Wildcats, Arizona. That's big time college football out on the West Coast. And he was there, I believe, for 5 years. And he entered the NFL draft in like 2010 or 2011, somewhere around there. And like I say, he went to college for 5 years, played He was like in high school, he played in like the Army Navy game in high school for like some of the top players in the country. So I don't know. He might have been pretty good at football. And maybe he's scoring because of that, because he just didn't make it. Because, after all that, being good in high school, he went to Arizona and then he entered the draft. He was undrafted and he didn't even get picked up for training camps. So he didn't get nothing. Nobody picked him up. Nobody drafted him. And like within the year of that, he started the police force. Right after that, he went right into policing right after college football. And he was doing that for about 6 or 7 years. And then he started going viral with stuff, like the Trayvon Martin stuff and what else? The George Floyd, or even before that, what was he talking about? There's a couple things he went viral for. Colin Kaepernick. He went viral for the Colin Kaepernick stuff. Like, white people anointed him. Y'all must understand he's been anointed by the powers that be. He was some clean-cut ex-college football guy who married to Becky, and you had some anti-black talking points. And you a black guy. You are the token black guy. So, he made a couple videos that went viral. I think about 2 videos about Colin Kaepernick. They got like 80 million views on, and then he ended up quitting the police force and going to work with Charlie Kirk and them. And here we are.
And just like athletics, salute to him on this athletic endeavors. Yeah, ain't gonna hate him on that. I would like to know what position he played. He seemed like he was played fullback or some daggone all tight end or something.
I'm not sure. I think he's about 6'1", I believe they said. So I'm not sure what position he played.
But nevertheless, the internet gonna chew him up and spit him out just like athletics. They're gonna use you up. Yeah, absolutely. Good luck. Enjoy it, Mr. X. We done talked about this. This brother on the rise. Well, he was. It's plateauing and it's starting to descend. His white counterparts that he was begging and pleading, for acceptance from, this old wood and nickel here. That's what we call it for right now. You old wood and nickel, you ain't worth a dang. Now they gonna spit you out too. Just like Arizona State did, just like the NFL hopeful did. It's over, brother.
The brother came for nothing, selling dope. Made himself out to be this. And y'all mad at him for saying 2 + 2 is 4. Roll the clip. This is his response real quick, and then we got to get the Ennis. This real quick, and we got to get the Ennis. P. Miller, Master P, he literally should sell out his tennis shoe in the next week. But people mad at the brother, and he trying to put us up on game, but y'all rather be mad at him and don't even support him, but you're going to go buy Jordans and not, well, Michael Jordan is a black man. You can go buy some Jordans, I guess, even though I think he has a piece of it. I don't know if he owns all of Nike and Jordan. But regardless of that, I got some glasses called Cameos. It's a basketball player. I think Strawberry, or I forget his name. He owned that company. I bought them because I wanted to support him. And they the best glasses I've ever had in my life. You could turn it up and down right here. I saw Shaq supporting him. Can't stand these people, man.
You can't, listen, we can't stand you either. So listen, Master P got different issues. He's talking about he should be able to sell out his shoe tomorrow. On what basis? So you say everybody should be able to come up with $300 tomorrow in this economy. Y'all ain't even making sense. Like, Master P should make a more affordable shoe for his people, and then we can discuss things. But I don't know. He's selling high-end shoes. Who is your customer base? Like I said, I get it. Michael Jordan is selling his at the same price point. But, how are you going to compete with that market? Like I said, they put the work in and got the customer base. You can't just come in and take that overnight.
Established customer base. You about to be selling multi-$100 pairs of shoes. You got to have dang near like a cult-like following, as Michael Jordan does have. Or you got to be coming with some luxury materials. That's my thing. If I'm gonna spend $200+ on the shoe, it better be somebody. It better be advertised as Italian leather, something I could wear for years and years and years to come. But like you say, you don't just come in $300, top of the line prices, no real established brand name. We crack babies. What we out here trying to give Master Percy P, marketing tips and things. But the problem is him trying to shame black folks. Yeah, well, hold on. Is the white folks and the Indian and whoever, the Koreans, are they buying it? Is he shaming them? Or is he just, I don't know, real question. Is he just focusing on what black folks ain't buying? Real question.
Because he sat there a minute ago and said, these shoes are for everybody.
Yes.
Or are you holding everybody accountable? Or only us, only we supposed to buy them.
There you go. We're supposed to buy the most.
Up and down right here. I saw Shaq supporting him. Can't stand these people, man. I can't stand them. That boy deserves better than the way these dumb Negroes are treating him. It's all about them. It's all about race. When he didn't live his life like that. Nolan loved everybody. Everybody loved Nolan. But you dumb Negroes are making it about race as if Nolan only belonged to y'all. And then y'all out here cheating on y'all wives and stuff. Ain't even a real pastor. Got that, you listen to his sermon, he talking about politics. He ain't preaching nothing that got to do with the Bible.
Hell!
So we talking about the young brother Nolan Wales, rest in peace. I'm not exactly sure where they are at in the investigation. Hopefully he get justice here soon, but don't know. So not exactly sure where we at, but he talking about Jamal Bryant, and I think that's Don Lemon. Low-hanging fruit for you to punch down on and to try to deflect from the issue at hand. So we talk about the young man, and his life being lost, and you trying to deflect towards Pastor Brian and whatever he doing in the streets.
It's this raging grifting season. And we don't rock with no lemons and no Pastor Bryants. Absolutely not. We ain't even had to touch on no lemons. No pun intended, Paul. Goodness gracious. We had to deal with no lemons, but Pastor Brian, we done fried him to a fricassee up here. And rest in peace to the brother Nolan Webbs. Hopefully we get some real developments. Got a lot of hearsay, a lot of allegations. Things are sounding, I don't want to say good, more optimistic though. So hopefully things turn out well. But what is Officer Tatum doing? Is he trying to get in black folks' good graces? That's what I'm saying from him trying to take up for Master P. Because Master P used to be a staple in the black community. Shout out to the rap snacks. Master P he still is a legend, but he was in his folks' good graces. So is Tatum like, let me latch on to this since they kind of speak in the same disconnected language just to kind of creep back in, because the grift is very real 2026.
Absolutely. Yeah. He don't dislike all black folks. He will, like you said, enemy of my enemy and we friends and all of that whole theory,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we got some super chats.
Money, 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 money.
Shout out to our favorite in-house scammer, Ashy Foot Productions. He says, as she knows, you are all wondering what happened to Tatum's skinny pants. I'm not supposed to say, but they are hanging in Anton's room next to the just pearly bikini poster. Tales from Anton's place.
God, appreciate it, Ashy Foot.
Shout out to our brother Omni Design Studios, always coming through. Says MJ is the GOAT, an established brand engraved in history. He will always be selling Jordans. It takes time, Percy. I know you've been out here doing things for a while, but you've been everywhere. See that? MJ was on shoes for quite a while. You've been selling chips, cereals, all that.
There you go. And like you said, that's an unfortunate truth that I don't like. Like I said, I don't have an issue with people expensive shoes or anything. Just got a problem with the, poor folks buying it that look like us. Ignorance. We grew up around it. And it's mostly adults. It ain't the children because they ain't got access to the money. So we got to do better.
I ain't gonna hold you. I really got a extreme bias against the Jordan shoe because of what Mr. X said. Every time I see a brother walking, you just like, you ever see a grown man walking on the highway with Jordans on in hot weather? It's like, ninja. The shoes ain't where you done sweated and funked them out, but you gotta have them J's, cuz.
Out here just giving sermonettes. I don't know how black people fall for that. We used to be in the church, grandma with that big old Bible under her arm.
praying every day. Then you got these ignorant fools. Reverend Jackson ain't did a sermon.
He cosplays, he's back and forth. He straddles the fence. You'll hear him say, us. This is one of us. Y'all remember grandma in the church. We used to be in the church with grandma. I mean, he got 2 life experiences. He grew up black, you know. He'll talk about his black cousin who's in prison for something. Yeah, my cousin locked up right now. This and that. He got different family members. He don't talk about his family, though. I don't think they deal with him. So he got different family members, I think like athletes and different people, but they have disassociated with this ninja.
Because he done took the bait. He done ate the white cake like off of Django. You gotta know. You gotta refuse the white cake, man. And that's what I don't get along with. He could be awesome. He definitely got resources, got his own whiskey line. He could be a heck of a resource to the folks around him, but most likely, what the old timers say, he got too big for his britches. Yeah, and it's over. And we don't like you, Ninja.
Since 40 years ago. Come on, man. Play the clip.
Nolan Wells. And so it's really a sobering day for all of us.
Mm-hmm. Have you spoken to the family?
I have. I was with them last weekend here in Atlanta. And Don, I was dizzied. I don't know what rock I was under. I didn't even realize that Nolan has 5 siblings. And we've not taken a moment to think about he has 2 under him who are now back in school. What is the weight of that? Of sitting in the cafeteria, riding on the bus, sitting in classrooms, knowing that your big brother should be picking you up after school.
In a white community.
Everybody, I'd like you to meet the future representative of our raccoon outreach program. Please give a warm Dunder Mifflin welcome to Mr. Tatum.
You can't win. You can't win, brother. You done let AI get a hold of you. Jeez Louise.
They got you in there with my man Steve Carell. Oh, you can't win this. You can't. Thank God they didn't have AI available to our classmates, because golly, we wouldn't have survived. It was brutal. This here, could you imagine? Mother sucker stand up in the middle front of the class. That's how you do it in the hood. Like lean on me type ish. They'll stand in front of the class, tell the teacher, shut up. Hey, look at this. Look at Willie. Oh, cool ass ninja.
Tough crowd.
Let me just say this, man. I was gonna let it go. Dear Hughley, I'm talking about my wife. But now I'm gonna put y'all wives on here.
Oh man, what's happening?
And DL, you can't say nothing because you cheated on your wife. And y'all got to think, this is from months ago. These fools done went back in the archives to find a video to try to get mad at me. And let me add something else. This is how fake these people are. I was actually defending Barack Obama because Michelle Obama was talking so much trash to him and treating him like he ain't worth nothing. I wanted to let it go, but y'all keep making videos about my wife. Now I got to stand up for my wife. And all of this is over Nolan Wells because I dared to interview and give a voice to people who they falsely accused this whole time. And they hate the fact that I'm married to a white woman. This is pure racism. This is what your favorite celebrities. One guy's supposed to be a pastor, and one guy was, at one point, one of the top guys in the comedy scene.
There you go. Yeah. So here we are. Now they just up here throwing ish at each other. So, Hughley's and don't know. Nah, it's spilling over. Y'all talk, because it got less to do with who he married to. Like, this brother's character is what it is. We only, like you said, until she come on screen and open her mouth, then we can go there. But the mere fact that ain't his greatest offense. It is what it is, but it's his character and his behavior.
There you go. And the character and behavior leaves a lot to be freaking desired. From all these grown men, husbands out here, I just never understood that. I got to say is a lack of respect for violence, because ain't no way. Why you bringing each other's wives into this? Things get sensitive, and you can say what you want as a man. You could throw all the daggers and jabs at me you want, but you start throwing them at my children and my lady, it gets extraordinarily problematic. Accept that and leave that stuff off the table. That's gangster. You don't talk about touch the women and kids, but on the internet, because so many cowards can be keyboard, warriors. They say and do whatever they want. That's egregious.
Your favorite celebrities, one guy's supposed to be a pastor, and one guy was, at one point, one of the top guys in the comedies. This is what they devolved to. Why y'all don't have y'all wives on y'all page? I'm just wondering. I ain't seen homeboy fake pastor. I ain't seen his wife, and I ain't seen D.L. Hughley wife. Now I know why they ain't put their wife on their page, but you tell me.
White man knows he can't trust you. If your own people can't trust you, the white man knows he can't trust you. So your job is a temporary job.
Yeah. Shout out to the brother. All right, for the people in the back, if y'all didn't hear him.
I know why they ain't put their wife on their page, but you tell me.
White man knows he can't trust you. If your own people can't trust you, the white man knows he can't trust you. So your job is a temporary job.
A temporary job. Y'all be thinking, oh, I'm anointed. They gonna accept me as one of them. I'm married into the lineage. It don't work like that. When they done using you, they will discard of you. This ain't nothing new under the sun. You ain't the first person to do this. What y'all call them? I see y'all said something, Tatum. But nonetheless, it ain't nothing new about it.
And that's exactly what you get. Shout out to the brother there. You see what I mean? It's best to just maintain your morality and your conduct and stay with your people, because what he's pointing out is the fact they see you a traitor. Who the heck is about to trust a traitor besides to do what traitors do, which is espionage and infiltrate things? And that's all they gonna use you for. You think after they are done using you for the infiltration that they're gonna say, okay, now come on in here and claim some of this land that we got since you went against your own people? Or are they going to discard you like the loose ends that you are?
White man knows he can't trust you. If your own people can't trust you, the white man knows he can't trust you. So your job is a temporary job. We see you, nigga. We see you.
That's crazy. Brother, that's not crazy, brother.
For somebody to be talking normal and you engaging in a normal conversation.
You don't talk normal. The hell you talking about? Tatum, you're crazy, Tatum. She was sick. She was going through a mental health crisis. She needed a doctor, brother. You are crazy. You sound crazy. You always do.
No, it was fine.
Let me go. I said I wasn't going to do this. I said I wasn't going to do this.
Let's have a real conversation. Let's have a real conversation.
Man, he's still been out here defending the cop from this Sandra Massey, talking about, oh, she was trying to throw water. He was just defending himself. It's like, dude, let that go. Trying to throw water. There's body cam. We all seen it.
I find it interesting. We had bought that up, that Sandra Massey. May that sister rest in peace. Shortly after we bought that up, it came out that officer passed away in his cell not too long ago. I shared it in the Patreon. Shout out to everybody in the Patreon. Yeah. Glory and justice for Sister Massey. There you go. Yeah, so you can defend him all he want. Yeah, he down in Hades, and I hope he dressed cold.
That you would defend the cop killing your mama. I should have kicked off the damn
show. I didn't say nothing about defending a cop killing my mama. I said it's a self-defense argument that he has a self-defense argument in the court of law. That's not defending somebody who can. You're getting emotional and taking it personal.
Damn right,
I don't know either one of these people. I'm just telling you what the law says.
No, you're wrong
we'll
about
see when
the
it
law.
goes to trial.
You're wrong about
when it goes to trial.
You're wrong about the law.
I'm over here dying. What the law says, I know about self-defense. Okay, I've been in bad situations myself, but I also understand that you can't ask the question, are you okay? Are you having an episode? Okay, and then place the woman. Literally, he placed the weapon in the woman's hand. I've never heard of anybody tell someone what they're going to do to them. Okay, take the uniform off of it. Take the uniform off because you shouldn't have had it on in the first damn place.
The cop who was convicted of killing Sonia Massey has died in prison. Sonia Massey called the police out to her house because she suspected there was a prowler trying to get in. One of the cops that ended up showing up was Sean Grayson. They came into the house and they were talking with her, and she had a pot of boiling water on the stove. They told her to go take it off the stove. When she did, they ended up getting sketched out that she was going to throw it at him. She said, "I'm sorry," put it down, rebuked him in the name of Jesus because he told her he would shoot her in the face, then dropped to the ground, and at that point, he shot her dead in the head. It turns out that maybe rebuking him in the name of Jesus worked because he ended up being riddled full of cancer and he has just died all alone in prison.
Well, there you have it. Sean Grayson has died in prison. And for all of you who were asking, who is Sean Grayson? Sean Grayson is the former Illinois sheriff deputy who was convicted of second-degree unaliving in October of Sonia Massey. Sonia Massey was having a mental episode, and during that mental health episode, Grayson fired his weapon and unalived Massey. Grayson was sentenced this January to serve 20 years in prison. At his sentencing hearing, his attorney argued that Grayson had been diagnosed with colon cancer and that the cancer had spread it to his livers and lungs. The judge still gave him 20 years. Later on in his sentence, they filed a petition.
Listen here. I'll say this. We need to see an autopsy and we need to see a funeral. I need to see the body. Where Bane at? Show me the body. Y'all say he passed it? Show me the body. All of a sudden, very convenient. He just passed away, just got sentenced, and it just overtook his body that fast. He was just a cop, out here all brutish, and then he just wilted away. And all right, just forget about him. Now he in Argentina somewhere, living his best life. We need to see the body.
See what I mean? You got me triggered, Mr. X. Conspiracies are a thing of the past. It's just, you just be early. It's what it is. They're like, yeah, shout out to the colonizer will just relocate folks. Shout out to Palm Beach Pete. Have y'all seen this Palm Beach Pete phenomenon? The wildest thing on social media I've seen to date. He'd be the next Palm Beach Pete. If you know, you know.
Petition for medical release based on his colon cancer advancing. Well, the Illinois Prisoner Review Board denied that request. And yesterday, they stated that he had died while in prison. He only served about 8 months of his sentence. Well, there you have it.
Ooh, hell gained a top-tier grade A demon today. The officer that shot and killed Sonia Massey while she was in the middle of a mental health crisis has died in prison. Yes. Now, going into this trial, he was asking for leniency because he had stage 4 colon cancer, I believe, and now he no longer has stage 4 colon cancer because he is dead. Of course, that leniency was not granted because he granted no leniency to Sonia Massey, who was going through a mental health crisis, called the police for help, and then he shot her dead after she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." I don't know if that just made him upset. But anyways, he shot her literally dead, and her family's never going to get back that time with Sonia Massey. And now he's dead before he could even live out the rest of his prison sentence. I don't know if this is something that is poetic justice or something that is simply unfair, but I'm not in the place to decide what is fair and what is not fair, right? He was convicted, he went to prison, and now, good riddance, he is dead.
Toby, be good boy for master. Don't send Toby away. Toby, be good field hand, master.
That's all right, Toby. That's all right. You be a good field hand, you can stay here.
Ah, Toby, stay. Toby, stay.
This ain't real. This ain't real. Rest in peace to Sister Sonia. All right, this ninja here, this is ridiculous. And like they said, the dude passed away. He was trying to get out, file appeals. He was trying to get this ninja here to help him. Good luck.
Toby, be good boy. There's things worse than deletion. There is. It's just time to stand on some things and just time to look at the flyers, but down on your knees, begging massa, please. I don't know what that dude. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I can't say what I really feel because YouTube purposes. Ain't no way. See, Nat Turner and them had to be my ancestors. I can't deal with this. I could never deal with this. I ain't never been about this. Shout out to Will Ferrell. Gate ain't never been about no mess. Gate ain't never been about no ish.
Toby be good boy for master. Don't send Toby away. Toby be good field hand, master.
That's all right, Toby. That's all right. You be a good field hand, you can stay here.
Ah, Toby stay. Toby stay.
God damn it.
I remember when I lost my mind. Oh, I'm just about to lose my mind.
That's him. In a nutshell. It's just a different time in history. Understand, people, time don't stop, but there's nothing new under the sun. If we were back 200-300 years ago, that would be his position. But we are in modern times, so we got the internet and all this stuff and capitalism, and here we are.
Back then, see, I would have been but a fable, a legend. They'd be like, hey, we waiting on, my legend would have been Whiteface Willie. Yeah, we waiting on Whiteface Willie to come in the dark of the night and save us from massa. That would have been my role. Yeah, it wouldn't have been no Toby over here. Just vengeance, pure, rightful vengeance. Shout out to Katie and Kyrie becoming a member. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Kimberlyn. Appreciate your sister becoming a member. Thank you. Shout out to Omni coming through like he do. One of tonight's sponsors says lies. Show all the receipts. I want to see the body for myself. Shout out to Bane. Yeah, we need autopsy. Come on, put all on the web.
Man.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
I agree. So in this time, we're going to put this ninja in the pit and keep it moving.
Bye, Toby.
Madness.
Fuck is you talking about?
This is Sparta!
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to hide. You gotta count your blessings. You're sitting at the table. You hear me?
Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
It ain't worth the money. It ain't worth the deals. It ain't worth the promo. Turning on your people and your soul, it ain't worth it.
At all. So that's why we talking about, the FBA community is drawing the line and demanding respect. And this next ninja we going to bring on down, we've been talking about him lately, is this poetic ninja here.
Fluffy. How you been, Fluffy? Fluffy Flacco. Welcome back.
Hey man, I tried to tell y'all about Poetic Flacco. I'm not gonna lie, Poetic Flacco might be one of the biggest grifters we've seen in these YouTube streets. This dude has so much anti-black material that he has put out onto the internet. It's a shame that he ever thought he could flip on a dime and become this black activist via his YouTube channel. It's been in front of your face this whole time, I'm gonna tell you.
Now, I'll be real, bro. Like, it's over for bro, listen, it's over for all the people who hate on Flacco, bro. Because, like, I'll be real, like, your chance to beat with Flacco was about, was about 4 months ago. The trajectory I'm on right now, and the mission I'm on right now, we is winning. Again, I do feel bad for, like, the quote-unquote, like, poetic Flacco, like, haters. We are past the era of hit pieces working. The era where hit pieces was effective was, like, 2016. So, like, each and every day, bro, like, my life.
See that last one? Who's that last one from there?
And here we go.
Hell!
This ninja done like, look, y'all done built me up so tall, I can't fail now. And it's unfortunate. They done let him get hundreds of thousands of subs. He up here bragging on the futon. Like, hey, I made 100,000 last month. Hey, I just made 80,000 off Corey Holcomb. Hey, I just made another 100 off Chud the Builder. And he just sits up here and grifts. But like you say, this dude, he got a sketchy past, and we gonna talk about it.
That, you know what? Okay, that sounds good, right? On paper. But let's talk about your tricking bill. Let's talk about your Uber Eats bill, Fluffy. You making all that money is going somewhere. We humans, folks gonna spend that bread. They're gonna put it somewhere. Even if he's wildly investing the vast majority, at some point, don't this fluffy ninja like women? He gonna have to come up off all that bread just for a little piece of crumb of kutakata.
Like the quote unquote like poetic Flacco like haters. We are past the era of hit pieces.
And I knew this thing was going to play out the way it did. And it's playing out that way. I don't know where he's going to go from here, because talking about the topics that he's talking about, grifting off of Nolan Wells and so many other things in the community, I don't think he really has the right to do that after what he's been saying. Oh, yeah, and the one right above it is his own cousin exposing him.
Every day, bro, like my live stream just keep getting bigger, right? Things, you feel me, right? Like, like things, and things going up, and that's not going to stop it.
Oh, that's stuttering.
Okay, so this video is going to be about Poetic Minyango Jala Tokpa.
Poetic Jala is my real name.
And so let me explain what's going on. So a couple weeks ago, I made this video on the Forever channel about how Jala rapidly acquired a new large pro-black audience as a result of his relentless coverage of the Chud the Builder saga and the Nolan Wells investigation. And the video is basically about how Jala is pandering to this new pro-black audience as if he's not an anti-black racist himself.
Damn.
And I demonstrated this clearly in the video, and I played clips of him actually saying the things, so it was impossible for him to really refute it. So
that face, what the hell?
I mean, when there's clips floating around the internet like this, there really isn't very much to explain.
A 5'9", blonde hair, blue eyes, little white boy in some polo shirts, slacks, and some Birkenstocks walking towards you at 9 p.m. evoke the same fear in you as a 6'1" black man in a Nike Tech.
What
I don't understand is the blue, purple, pink lip. Yo, bro, listen, bro. I can say this, right?
Man.
These same pink lip, wide nose, these were the same, right? These.
Look at him.
Hell!
Shout out to the people over at Point and Shoot. Shout out to this brother here. You know, they calling him out. You know, the internet is forever. We say this all the time. So people up here trying to rebrand, like people don't remember what you used to say. Like the dude said, now you want to grift towards a pro-black audience when you are a black hating person yourself. You was over there trying to appease to Adam 22 and the YT folks over there. Hey, look at me. Toby, good boy. And now look at him.
Don't let him get away with this, internet. Don't. Hate watching is real. Just stop observing. Just how we talked about earlier, keeping our money to ourselves. This is easier. Keep your occipital lobe to yourself. Don't grace them with your daggone pupils and your retinas. That's should be easy to do. Because they sitting there rubbing the doo-doo in your face. Yeah, I said your nose is wide. Yeah, I called you pink, purple lip, one horn flying purple people eaters. But you're still watching me and giving me engagements. Just don't.
Man.
Appreciate your Omni Design Studios. Says back in the days, you needed to show up with the head to believe someone was deleted. Shout out to Vlad D and Payla.
God damn.
That is true.
Understand is the blue, purple, pink lip. Yo, bro, listen, bro. I can say this, right?
Man.
These same pink lip, wide nose, these were the same, right? These.
Damn. No wonder he's been using the word jigaboo without the J. He's got some of these racist beliefs. He's talking about blue, black, purple, pink lips. These are racist tropes that sound like anything you'd hear on a 4chan. This is Poetic Flacco here talking. This is Mr. We gotta get justice for Nolan Wells.
Ignorant, pink lip, wide nose, ain't rock stars. Bro,
wide nose.
Listen, the Lil Uzi Vert or NBA young
Even this guy.
Like, these ain't fucking rock stars.
Look at this.
Hell!
He would do it all for shock value. Here's the tethering of it all. This is why people call you a tether. Even this dude, like, holy hell, listen. Why do we keep compounding the insults? You big lip, He like, nobody talks like that. Well, he's tethering. So this Latino brother here is looking at him and like he's a black guy. But no, he is not. All right, he tethers this one, but as soon as he get with this rhetoric, now you making these facial expressions like, why is he talking about his own people like that? Because he's not us. All right, here we are.
He's a safe ninja at best. We're going to ride with Tether because that's what he is by definition, by actions, by everything. But he's safe to folks that don't share his complexion. He's safe. He ain't gonna say nothing that's going to give them any kind of white guilt. He's not. He's slavery, that's nothing. Oh, these big lip ninjas making them very comfortable, too comfortable. And then the night winds down, the clock strikes 12. Next thing you know, all of these colonizing people you're trying to impress, now they turn in their vitriol and the N-word towards you. I know what I'm talking about. I've been in enough situations. I know when you get to that point, when conversations get wild, and as a man, as a black man, you got a choice to make. Are you going to stand on your ground? Or are you going to be safe, ninja? And he more than safe. He welcomed.
Uzi Vert or NBA Youngboy,
Even this
bro.
guy.
Like, these niggas ain't fucking rock stars. Our pink
Believe
lip,
it.
wide nose ninja lion, bro. If he look you dead in your eyes and tell you, bro, are you serious, man? He cap. He lying. Right? If you think that you finna move to Miss Mary Jane's block and trap out of her block and be outside loitering, nigga, you crazy, bro. She call the police the same day you move in.
Look at this dude. He is fluffy. Shout out to Mr. Walker. Like you say, he got that YouTube money now. He might get a little bit of Ozempa. All right. Might get a little Planet Fitness membership. But this is him. And now he's trying to rebrand like so many folks. You were some fluffy, disenfranchised, non-Kudakata getting. All right. Apparently, there's some allegations on you we're going to talk about here. Strange guy.
Listen, I grew up around, not with, but around a guy that fit this. Not so much the talking points, but the physical characteristics, almost to a daggone T. Knuckle dimples, just fluffy, soft, and frail at the same time. My point is they can't compete. Come on now. Competition is fierce amongst melanated men. It ain't just athletics, it's just in every daggone thing. I can shoot marbles better than you, throw dice, whatever the case may be. Ninjas like a fluffy Flacco can't compete. So that hate for other black folks comes naturally. He can't compete with him, so he hate him. I get it.
It warms my heart to see a DA like that taking a stand and saying, I don't give a damn about no peer pressure, no intimidation, man. Listen, I'm black, but I'm going after all these, blue, purple, white, lip, burnt Negroes, right? Who are using their lyrics and confessing the crime.
And
So you hear all of that. So why was Flacco acting like in that apology that he did, if you remember? He was apologizing because he had different political beliefs. This is the type of beliefs that you don't just forget overnight. Right? This type of sensationalism,
Video was full of clips just like this, just like the ones you just watched, and they were horrifying. And so there were some people in Jala's audience that were calling him out for it, but their voices weren't loud enough. They were just little peons to him. They were just little chatters. And he felt like because I'm the only one making videos about it, that it's really not that big of a problem right now, and that he's too powerful. He's already out of here. He's already blown up. He's winning. His numbers are skyrocketing. And he said that this is why he doesn't feel like he needs to respond. Hit pieces don't work on him.
We are past the era of hit pieces working, right? Like, you feel me? Like the era where hit pieces was effective was like 2016. So like each and every day, bro, like my live stream just keep getting bigger, and things going up, and that's not gonna stop it, right? So yeah. So y'all stop telling me to respond back to drama.
So it was these statements by the Jala that created a chain reaction in the commentary community on YouTube.
Tell me about
people started.
And I would say, let's be clear. A lot of his audience is not FBA folks. All right. So he is African. A lot of people watching him ain't even from this country. And if they are, then you got a lot of white tea folks and, different stuff. But now he's trying to grift over, like say, he's trying to pander to the FBA audience. And that's why people are calling him out. And he like, no, because now this is his new grift. It was like, no, go find something else to do. We see what you're doing.
And his reason, his explanation for behaving like this is just terrible, pathetic. Shout out to Mr. X. We put this ninja on display. I believe it was Jew Almighty interviewed him, Mr. X. And oh my goodness, all Fluffy could say was, I was ignorant. I'm sorry. I didn't know no better. That is, I guess we could say the foundation for his grift was raging ignorance. Abso-freaking-lutely not. We've seen how you strung together those insults. Ninja, that wasn't ignorance. That was passion. Passion in your hate towards these brothers and sisters. Shut your fluffy self up.
Community on YouTube.
Tell me about
people started making videos about it now. This guy, Toku D, found my video, discovered my video, and then circulated it and commentated on it. And so this caused a chain reaction.
My name is Doku D, and if you're anything like me, around the whole time of the Chud the Builder thing, where he shot that guy and he got arrested for it, and then he was on trial, and we were learning things as the situation progressed and new information came out, YouTube recommended you a new creator named Poetic Flacco.
Wow, that's really interesting. A lot of people did not know who this guy was before the Chud the Builder situation.
So this guy Doku D makes this video, and then this guy Jew Almighty notices the Doku D video, and then he makes a video.
Only Negroes, yo, only Negroes. Support crime.
Oh, he's literally just talking like a white supremacist. He sounds like MAGA.
So at this point, Jala now has a huge problem on his hands because now other black creators are calling him out for being a racist, not just me. So Jala panics and he immediately drops an apology video, but he misrepresents the apology and he apologizes for something that no one was calling him out for, which is his political beliefs. And he also lies to his audience and tries to make it seem like he became aware of the backlash from his YouTube comment section and not from me or other creators that are torching him online. He actually thinks his audience is stupid, so he's going to try to trick them. And he thought that he was going to get away with it.
Isn't that the biggest issue? Like, somehow this doofus thinks he's smarter than his audience. He thought he was smarter than you all out there. You people that would be responding to these things, that really care about these issues, who really think Nolan Wells deserves justice. Flacco is literally there grifting views. But I could have told you he wasn't to be trusted when on No Jumper, they were even questioning whether he was from North Dakota or not.
Well, here's the thing. Somebody's watching this nonsense. If they are black or whoever, I would say, yeah, they got to be some degree of goofy, right? I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves, but at the same time, if you in the closet, come out the closet if you're watching these ninjas. You know, you're up here watching him and Tatum and Yada and all these people. Somebody watching them.
Explain yourself. Are you doing espionage? Are you a Splinter Cell? Huh? Look, that's a thing. Or do you feel seen by the fluffy one? Does he speak to your soul, Sister Nais? She said she used to watch him. Huh? Do you relate? Can you relate? That's the only reason why folks will watch. And so it's alarming, right? Folks that's watching. And again, see, I keep forgetting about the hate watchers because that's a heck of a phenomenon. Yeah, I could say, shoot, it's easy to say 25% of your viewers cannot like you. It's wild out here on YouTube. So don't know. But maybe now he kind of has a point. He had a point with so many subscribers and so much visibility. I don't like it. Ninjas like this that up here for self-serving reasons. They ain't no good for nobody, but they dang near can't be stopped.
Lied about where he was from, allegedly. So why would you think this dude is anybody to trust in any way, shape, or form? This dude is out for himself. The selfishness is what is really his ruination.
And he basically tricked me into buying his book that promised me $10,000 a month on YouTube. What? And that's what he's been promising everyone else. It's false advertising. Don't you see?
I can teach you how to make $10,000 a month, bro. It's easy. Look at my proof. I don't even got to sell you. Look at my channel as proof. I want to teach you how to make your first 10K and then 100K once you get your 10K. I got a step-by-step book on how to make your first $10,000 a month on YouTube and grow really fast using secrets that I use that I don't hear nobody talk about. I have a step-by-step book on how to make it on YouTube and make your first $10,000 a month within 3 months, okay? Link is in the description as well as consultations and get your first 10K subscribers and then expedite that to 100K. How to make your first $10,000 a month on YouTube faster in a hurry. I can show you without a doubt how to make $10,000 a month on YouTube, bro. All right, like easily.
So basically what happened was I made the purchase, obviously. As soon as I became aware of this, I go, oh, I'm buying it. And I bought it and I wasn't happy with what I got. Let's just say that I became extremely furious when I opened the contents of this book. It's not even, so get this. This is number one. The book is 3.5 pages long. What? And he's calling it a book. He's saying, buy my book. It's going to make you $10,000. And so I bought the book and it was 3-page, double spaced, by the way, a 3.5 page double spaced book. Imagine calling that a book. Imagine representing 3.5 pages double spaced as a book for sale. This is what y'all has done. And in the book, get this, in the book, he has embedded a couple of YouTube links to go to a YouTube video where he gives you talking head instructions. What? That's his book. I mean, it doesn't.
Listen. People love to be lied to. We talked about that the other night. Grifters. All these people up here selling snake oil, Kundra, you name it. And folks is buying it. Ace Metaphors, this ninja, buy my book. I can show you how to make $10,000 within the first 3 months. 90 days, you'll be making 10K on YouTube. No problem. I'm going to show you how to do this grift. Like you said, at best, don't know. Maybe he linked up with like some tribes in Africa. Maybe they all tapped in. That could be a thing. Could be some type of scheme. Like, look, every time you drop a video, I got 50,000 people in Africa that's going to watch your video every time. And it's going to run your views up. There's a lot of people been talking about him using bots and stuff, and even botting people's channels. I heard Corey Holcomb talking about it, but I'm thinking it's deeper than that. Like it's an African scam. Where you at, Ashy Foot? So he probably got people over there that's watching his content, running the views up.
I was about to say the same thing. Ashy Foot, come to the front of the congregation. This is part of your daggone doing. How dare you? How much did this book cost, Mr. Point and Shoot? 3.5-page pamphlet. For how much? What was the cost? And shout out to the litigation. You see when he showed the 4 pages, he had to blur it out. Because guess what? If he wouldn't have blurred that out, guess what? It's almost 100% chance Flacco would have seen that and would have had room to sue him for showing something for free that he's advertising at a cost. So it's wild on YouTube. Shout out to Point and Shoot for covering his butt there. Because this scam and this behind paywall consultation stuff from folks that are not professionals is wild to me. That's why we never did it. You know, we talked about it. Folks have requested it, but we can give this game away up here while we do our live shows. But that behind the wall by folks that ain't, like I said, professionals and certified in things, I don't know. Personally, I find it a little wonky. Shout out to brother EV Ray. Says, let's restart the show. No, Glazed Galaxy had to be clean. Well, keep cleaning. Shout out to brother EV. Says, real men pay no mind to any zesty tethers.
Doesn't get any stupider than this, and it just keeps getting stupider and stupider. Wait until you see what I've got. This book, I knew that this book was a scam when I bought it, but I had to get my hands on it. I had to examine its contents because I knew that I was going to get something like this, and it didn't disappoint in that regard. I mean, I am out of $100, but I've gained a wealth of evidence.
I want to give the tap dancing sellout of the day award to Poetic Flacco. Now, who's Poetic? Well, I'm
Poetic
Flacco. Okay, no, but all jokes aside, the tap dancing sellout of the day award goes to Poetic Flacco. Now, you're probably asking, why are you talking about yourself this way? Well, this stems from a comment I got on my last video from a subscriber called Beauty. Now, Beauty is a subscriber. She comments. Random. I've seen her in my comment section often, so she's not a hater. And the comment was, Flacco, you got some explaining to do. But in the replies, there were people pointing out, bro, Flacco, we've seen videos of you as a conservative. Now you're more left-leaning. What happened? What was the change? Why did you change? What's going on? One, nobody is above accountability. Two, nobody is above being called to the carpet and taking accountability.
So he's dressing this video up as like an apology and taking accountability for having conservative viewpoints, which is not what anyone criticized him for. They criticized him for being a racist, smelly bigot who is grifting off the black community, the community that he hates. And so for him to misrepresent this, it's because he thinks he can trick most of the people in his audience. He thinks they're stupid. But I'll tell you who's not stupid, Jew Almighty. What? And I'll show you this guy.
Yeah, and he kind of thinks like, I don't know why, he doesn't strike me as a superior intellect for some reason, but there's so much ego in him. And I want to say this has something to do with his superiority complex. Like, this is somebody out here who thinks they can manipulate people because they're smarter than.
Well, he is manipulating people. And I do think his audience are a little bit slow. I mean, y'all done seen him up here stuttering and fumbling and bumbling. He's awkward. I mean, respectfully, if you're watching him, you maybe can identify with him a little bit. It is what it is, you know, and we ain't gonna act like these are the smartest people on earth sitting around watching this dude. They are over there for some type of entertainment or whatever they're getting out of it. And that's that.
It's the being seen, you know, folks being able to relate is that power there. Other folks that share his reflections, share his pains and agony in life. Yes, they sit up here. It's the circle jerk, just like a gynocratic circle jerk. Now you got the tether circle jerk. You're welcome, Project Leroy. There you go. Tether circle jerk. They up there tethering to our lineage just to make money. We're going to get real specific. They're detrimental and they're extracting resources at our detriment.
In them, but has no proof. And to the contrary, like Literally, sometimes these ideas that he comes off with like are so manufactured, but he'll have you believe that he's the smartest in the room. Yeah, right. Trying to be the slickest in the room.
You can't explain it any better than that.
As a conservative, now you're more left-leaning. What happened? What was the change? Why did you change? What's going on?
That's not the criticism. He's lying again. The criticism is not about him being a conservative. We're criticizing him for supporting Trump, for supporting white supremacy, for glazing Nick Fuentes.
Well, why I admire people like Nick Fuentes
doing right now is trying to gain fake brownie points.
He couldn't even pronounce Nick Fuentes. He was so tripping over himself to be a bootlicker for Nick Fuentes. He didn't even research what Nick Fuentes' real name was. Just ass kissing. And this is what we tried to tell you. In that video that I showed, I definitely did a lot more than just what was in the title. I explained to you what is going on with Poetic Flacco, this Jala, as Point and Shoot calls him. And all the titles are very negative. Don't ever let Flacco tell you he's the positive one when all his titles are this guy really bad, finally exposed, this is bad, this is shocking, this is bad. This is bad is probably his favorite one. Yeah, he uses that. It got worse. It gets worse on the Nolan Wells, Unaliving. You know, like this is exploitation. Make no mistake about it. It's not advocacy. It's not civil rights work. And that
Exactly, because he can't relate. It is just a grift. Because like we said before, wherever he from, Liberia, wherever y'all say, there are issues going on there. But he wouldn't dare start creating videos about it because it's not lucrative. All right, he just gonna try to make money off a different culture. That's where the grift comes in, especially the culture that he hates. And then now you try to act like you halfway advocate for some things like the brother said, oh, Nolan Wells, this and that. Well, we know where you stand.
There you go. This clickbaiting via titles. Oh, I got over that quick. Yeah, there's some egregious folks out there. Shout out to O'Shea, but he one of them too. Like he drop a video, the title will say, canceled, finally exposed, career over. Then you watch the video, it's like, ain't no career over. Life goes on. Thought you was about to give some condemning facts and show, a climax to this situation. No, just more commentary. And it's stuff like this. This is the type of rage baiting, grifting, whatever that anybody could use. But shout out to Carpet for the Horse. We never engaged in this low-level clickbait. It's all over. Worst nightmare. And then the whole review is PG-13.
And there you go. And the thing is, like you say, the people that have anointed him, and this is how he gonna teach folks how to make $10,000 a month. Hey, just grift. I'm gonna show you how to make template thumbnails and this and that. But he don't understand. It's just like, Coons or anybody else up here that's trying to sell these courses. Teach McIntyre. It's because they have the subscriber base and the views to justify. And people are so desperate for, overnight success, they can sell y'all these courses. Like, look, I did it. And people are like, yeah, you have. Just tell me how to do it. But I can tell you. They will lie to your face and say, I can tell you how to do this in 3 months. It's easy.
Put the man in my hand first.
He tries to come off as holier than thou a lot of times too. He tries to seem like his politics are better than everybody else's. But this is also superiority, which we talked about in the Godfrey situation. Just because you have a certain set of knowledge does not mean your knowledge is supreme. And for you to talk down to other black people about their political beliefs and their ideas makes me think that you're playing some kind of psyop that black people are somehow stupid. But everybody else is reacting to this video. I'm gonna give you some clips of some other point and shoot videos that I've seen.
Like he's addressing criticism, but he's not. He's only addressing being a conservative, which was never the criticism.
It wasn't
very
the criticism.
Disingenuous. Real slimy snake grifter shit. Any black people supporting him from this point on, just know you're listening to a very disingenuous person that does not care about you or your community.
So this is a huge problem for Jala. He did not count on this at all. He thought that everyone was just going to forgive him immediately and everyone was going to move on immediately. He did not think that Jew Almighty was smart enough to understand the apology grift that we just saw. That was a total scam. That was a scam apology, okay? So Jew Almighty made a follow-up video criticizing the apology because Jala attempted to trick Jew Almighty's audience into believing something different and tried to make Jew Almighty look like he didn't really know what he was talking about. So Jew Almighty got mad and he made that follow-up video and he made it clear to his audience that we are not criticizing Jala's political viewpoints. We're criticizing it was the political viewpoints that were closely associated with racism that was the problem.
These are some more disturbing versions of Flacco.
And it's because he's filled with evil, and he doesn't want people to know how evil he is and how disgusting he is. I mean, he used to dox people for money. Jolly used to disseminate people's personal information, their addresses, their phone. I mean, like he would victimize innocent people for cash payments. And I want to play you this clip from Shakim Ra, also a Dr. Umar sector participant. And I want to just play you this little video. This is going to show Jala's evil doxing that he used to do.
But for years, he was attacking me.
Some people don't know this, but Poetic Flacco used to be a Dr. Umar shooter, basically, for online commentary. Like, I don't even think Dr. Umar really knew him, but he took it upon himself to kind of lash out at people online that were criticizing and critical of Dr. Umar.
He was attacking me, attacking my wife, attacking my kids, and the list goes on. And he was paying people to go at me too, to attack me, to attack my wife, and to attack my kids. This went on for many, many years. I was talking about earlier, he paid people to go at me and spread all these rumors about me being gay and all this kind of stuff. One of them was saying that my wife was a lesbian, that we were a lesbian gay couple and had all these kids. I said, man, you got
he doctored fake text messages, doxed Lennon Honor's home address where his wife and kids stay, doctored Grindr messages, and also passed around alleged nudes of Lennon Honor in order to try to destroy.
So Flacco's on Grindr, allegedly, trying to troll, to even troll like that. Sick individual.
Destroy the reputation of Umar Johnson's biggest antagonist, and also simultaneously somehow gain notoriety, attention, subscribers, and views.
Well, Lennon seen this young man named Jace and said, hey. Jace responded, hey, you're pretty close by, because it does look like they're about 2,000 feet away. And he says, yeah, what you up to? This nigga was looking for butt sex tonight.
Man, this dude been strange and weird. And a lot of people say he lied about his age. We're going to get into that here in a minute. Because it's a lot of sketchy. Y'all know a lot of folks from out the country, you know, maybe the Dominicans, the baseball players, the Africans and stuff. They come here and they lie about their age a lot of times. So he's telling people that he's maybe 4, 5, 6 years younger than he is. And because he got some molestation on his hand as well, so he want to act like he younger. Huh.
There you go. Yeah, it's a wild dude. Wild to say, look at this, Ray. He loved talking about alternative lifestyle stuff, whether it's the size of somebody's manhood or what they trying to engage in. I don't get it. This ninja really made a fake profile on some Grindr allegedly, and this is why, as a male, you see what I'm saying? There's lines you draw as men,
and that's supposed to be a zesty dating site.
Yes, ain't no post. It's established and acknowledged.
For Umar, so he was one of Umar's minions. I don't know, man. This dude is sketchy as hell.
Unacknowledged minion, pathetic. What do they call that? These what do they call them? Like asymmetrical,
parasocial, and all.
There you go. Yeah, you ride for this ninja, ready to ride and perish for his honor, and he don't even know of your existence. Pathetic.
This man said, cut the chit chat, nigga. When can I get that butt tonight? Type in this number and you will see it belongs to Lennon Honor.
He just made that up.
So Jala was having gay conversations on Craigslist, trying to spoof someone's number and make people think it was them. Look at this. He says, this was texting me.
Jace texts him saying, hey, it's Jace.
Text me?
Lennon responds back
with,
crazy. Hi, how are you? Jace texts him saying, hey. Jace texts him saying, hey. Jace texts him saying, hey. Jace texts him saying, hey, it's Jace.
Now, Jala likes to pretend like this never happened and he deleted all of this off of his channel and everything else like that. But the Umar Johnson sector people still remember, and they're making videos about this to remind people of what Jala used to do.
Get a bit different on this topic because, like, bro, I just hate liars. I hate dudes that go and try to make it seem like, oh, what I did wasn't that bad. I mean,
he was trying to get somebody fired. Somebody who was in the military. Her name is, she's in the military. I'm going to get her fired. Wow.
Try to make it seem like, oh, what I did wasn't that bad. I mean, I was dumb, but I wasn't, bro. You was a menace on YouTube and Discord, bro.
Like after folks started like doxing and shit like that. Tap my screen real quick, bro.
Look at him. Look at that table. How you even get around these guys? Like you said, these dudes are known for being cucks. They like to have other men sleep with their wife, and somehow you was interning. You was the bottom guy at the table, right? I mean, you got the Adam 22 and all these guys. And like I said, they be having the quote unquote, gangsters over there, the Bloods and Whack 100 and all them folks. Where did you fall into this? I don't get it.
Power bottom, maybe? Sitting there with them, this ninja hips. Listen. God, do y'all not understand why he acts like this? Who else is he supposed to be but a miserable soul? He built like the daggone clown off a Spawn out this mother sucker, man. When he ain't morphed into the big creature, y'all know what I'm talking about. Look at them hips. How you gonna act when you got these childbearing? All my life, I done had to. God, dog, boy. I understand the villain that is Fluffy Flacco. Look at him, man. That's a wild build he built. I said it. He got knees like a nurturing grandma. Like some little. Never mind, I'm leave it alone.
Folks are like doxing and shit like that. Tap my screen real quick, bro. Let's go ahead and get it. Who's this, Smoke? Oh, that?
Oh,
why do Mr. Pro like got some white relatives,
nigga,
man?
what are you talking about? That's a kid, nigga. This nigga thinking he getting kudo points picking on kids.
So Jala actually received more backlash for this get-rich-quick scam that he was selling to his audience than he did for paying that teenage human trafficking victim to sleep with him and have sex with him in his bed.
Time I messaged this chick and began conversation with her. May 21st of 2025. I then asked her, how old are you? She says she's 18. She posted her ID today to prove that
18, 19 now. Flacco, you purchased the little Destiny, bro.
Now, I thought that he would have received a lot of backlash for this, but because she just turned 18, everyone seemed to be cool with it.
How old are you, Flacco?
Me? Now? Right?
Yeah.
Right? And I'm 28 right now.
Whoa! Exactly. They asked this ninja, how old are you? And he starts short circuiting. Like you done, poured a gallon of water on an open outlet. He just starts sparking it. Pop, 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 pop. The damn breaker blew. They asked you a simple question. And he like, hold on, let me make sure I got my lies in a row. What was I telling them? Okay, because he know how old he really is, but he got to remember how old he been telling y'all. So look at this.
How old are you, Flacco?
Me? Now? Right?
Yeah.
Right? And I'm 28 right now.
Hell! This is wicked.
That's what you get. That's what you get, ninja. You're up here lying, and I believe the Lord working on you. This brother, wicked as heck. How old are you, Flacco? Who, me? Right now? You asking me how old I am right now in this moment in time? In this dimension in space? In this month? With this weather? Considering all those things, I might be about 28. We don't believe you, ninja. We don't believe you. Why are you short-circuiting? I couldn't interview folks like this because they're going to rage quit on me. I'm going to get to the core of your bull jive. I ain't going to be mean-ish. Say, brother, I seen you struggled there in your answer. What's wrong with you, brother? Is you lying? Is you a lying tether?
Man.
Shout out to Brother EV says, ashy foot. That picture's egregious. God. Shout out to Damien. We appreciate you for the jewels, brother. Shout out to Damien. Appreciate you coming through, gifting one cart before the horse membership. Thank you, man. Shout out to Brother Damien coming back through. Says, I saw a video that his book is 3 pages and a link. They confirmed it, brother.
4 pages.
3.5 pages.
3 3/4.
I don't give a damn how much it ain't worth that $100.
How old are you, Flacco?
Me? Now? Right?
Yeah.
Right? And I'm 28 right now. Yes, bro, I'm 28 right now. In 2025,
26, 27, 26, 127.
This was May, so I was 27, right?
Right,
yeah,
he was 27 years old. All right, so
Yeah.
look, Jack, she's fresh out of 17. She just hit 18. He just
She
hit
was
18.
18 and 6 months.
She was 18 for 6 months.
Yeah.
All right. So she fresh out of school.
He's 32, going to be 33. Frederick and myself grew up in the same household, pissed in the same bed, share the same underwear. Like I'm literally telling you. Frederick is not from North Dakota. He's from Philly. I don't know why he claimed North Dakota, but he's not from North Dakota. He never been to North Dakota. He's a Philly nigga.
But what?
Yeah. So here we are. Y'all know Corey Holcomb been trying to expose this dude. They've been going back and forth, exposing each other. And yeah, Corey been saying PDF stuff. And then he's saying it ain't him, it's his cousin. But now he just said it is him. But the girl had just turned 18. She was 7. Who knows how long they've been communicating. And you see he smiled when he said she's 18 and 6 months. And then he popped some wicked grin if y'all look.
18.
She was 18 and 6 months.
She was 18 for 6 months.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, and he claimed she was 18. This just happened last year. He said she was 18 and he was 27, allegedly, or 28, 27. But like that dude is his cousin. So like his cousin just said he's not 28. He's really about to be 33. So last year he was 31 and she was 17 or 18. I don't know. It's all wicked and egregious. And here we are. But like you said, like the dude said, people let it go because he said she was 18. Man, I don't know what y'all will accept from these ninjas. This is crazy.
I would hide my head in molten lava before I just can't fathom. And these ninjas stay coming back up here, gracing Kevin Samuels' internet with a funky face, with all these lies, stuttering and stammering, deceit, and smoke and mirrors, and it's accepted, either to some degree or freaking wholeheartedly. How is he still a thing? Other than a punching bag up here. That's what these folks should be, coming up here being raging dishonest. They need to be punching bags. Him, the Shine Bryants, anybody come up here lying, grifting, and extracting for their own selfish gain need to be made an example of. Can we start here with this ninja? Please? Is he not worthy?
Shoot points out the fact that, and I vaguely remember this, but I didn't pay attention to it. Poetic Flacco is on this anti-racist mission now, but this is the same dude that interviewed, probably one of the first interviews in popular media. He actually interviewed Chud the Builder. Why? Because it seems like they share some of the same views about black people.
New anti-racist audience that he got from his Chud the Builder coverage. And by the way, Jolly used to collaborate with Chud the Builder back like months before the national headlines when Chud the Builder, that guy. Jolly used to make content with Chud the Builder, and he was very friendly with him. I'll play you a clip.
They're saying, oh yeah, bro, you can't be a wigger no more and say that word. You can't say that around us. We'll beat you the fuck up. So I got fired over saying, nigga, I'm just doing the speed limit.
Wait though, right? Yeah, so okay, so
yeah, you call me a nigga, I'm gonna beat your ass. And
so Jolly used to platform Chud the Builder.
This is wild.
This is wild.
Yeah. These dudes is broken. Look at him. So he'd been over there collabing with Chud, up there letting this dude drop the N-bomb casually. You up there with Nick Fuentes, over there with Adam 22. But now you want to circle the wagons and act now you are pro-black. And you just here to grift on black issues. And yeah, what happened to Nolan Wells? And dude, if you don't get the hell out of here.
Maybe this is the swan song. I still have a little bit of faith in my folks. There ain't no way he about to come over here and complete the grift and start acting as if he's standing on some form of righteous FBA business and folks gonna slowly but surely let him in. The more I say it, the more it seems like what's gonna happen. I freaking hope not. God dang it, just stop the grift. The grift stops and starts with the audience.
I mean, man, like we said earlier about Tatum, these dudes is broken just out here.
Toby, be good boy for master. Don't send Toby away. Toby, be good field hand, master.
That's all right, Toby. That's all right. You be a good field hand, you can stay here.
Ah, Toby, stay. Toby, stay.
Am I the only person? Like you like ain't there something to let somebody put their hand on your head? Like, you know what I mean? Like just patting you on your head like you a whole little bi dog puppy pet. Shout out to Ashy Puss. I'm triggered. Anton just leaned over and said, even I don't claim this tether. I replied to Anton, I already told you. Take my sandals off, nigga.
Y'all off the hook. But listen, so this is good. Shout out to these people that we say the internet is forever. And like I said, I don't know how people got such sketchy passes and can get away with things.
It boggles my mind. I got too much respect for y'all to come up here and be lying about too much of anything. Why lie? For what?
And shout out to Tabitha, come through with a 10 ball in the cash app. She says entertainment fee on the Flacco Unsolved Mysteries.
That's Fluffy Flacco, and we appreciate you, sister.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
Class. So Jolly used to platform Chud the Builder, and this was long before Chud the Builder had any attention drawn to him at all. The attention came from when he got in trouble, and this is what caused his focus to be against anti-racist talking points and pandering to this new anti-racist audience he got from the Chud the Builder coverage. But this isn't who Jolly really is. Jolly isn't anti-racist at all. He's actually pro-racist. He actually used to use it. I mean, this is what Jolly used to sound like years ago.
Now, if you don't know, man, Mo 3 was shot on the highway, and his alleged killer was Contrell DeWan White. That's the name of a Negro if I ever heard one. That nigga.
That's the name of a Negro. And as we get into these conversations about delineation, notice the language. That's the name of a Negro.
It don't sound right. Like you said, you don't resonate. These ain't your people. Like you say, go ahead and pull up Mfufu from the tribe of Kung Fu and talk about his atrocities. All right, but you can't sit here and try to grift him. And this is back when he had, more YT audience before the grift. So as you can see, and no, brother, get the heck out of here.
You see, it's the context and how you say stuff, right? We hold these ninjas accountable just as well, but y'all ain't never heard a Gavin X Mr. Walker say, oh, that sound like a ninja name if I ever heard one. It's no need for that. I don't know. I think it's a fine line, but for tethers like this, ain't no fine line. Just stay away. It's a gun line for you. Absolutely not. You have to throw that in there. It's a ninja name if I've ever seen one. This ain't your culture. You don't come from it. You don't claim it. Relax, Fluffy.
If I've ever heard one. He's separating himself away from that term Negro. I want y'all to really take a listen to that he's setting himself aside. That's the name of a Negro. So he's saying he's not a Negro. Remember that. For all the people that out there saying, oh, yeah, y'all tripping with that.
Was Contrell DeWan White. That's the name of a Negro if I ever heard one. That nigga was born for crime.
Use the N-word.
Check it out, man. Contrell
DeWan
White.
Somebody mama raised 4 hooligans, gang members who are no good for our community.
But why she had to raise them that way? They probably turned out that way.
Listen, if you birthed 4 niggas who was gang banging and killing people, why the f do you deserve to live in a peaceful environment?
Their mom needs to go.
Right? You
That's
raised
crazy.
them bastards, right?
Look at him. Yeah. He's a shock jock. He's a shock, and he like to do this when he get around different cultures. Because like we say, a lot of these white folks, they ain't necessarily on the delineation train. They just looking at him like he's a black dude, right? But no, that's why we are delineating and we telling y'all he is not us, because we want to sit around here and trying to buck dance and tap dance for y'all like this. That's what he's doing. He's tap dancing. How can I make them laugh? I can't say nothing to offend their culture, so let me talk about black folks, because I ain't black either, but I'm cosplaying. So it's going to be even funnier because they're going to be like, he's a real one.
Straight vaudeville. And he dark. So that really drives it home for them as far as the optics. He a dark tether, I guess as most are. And it just makes it look a lot worse. Look at Cuck 22 over there. He got his head down. He like, I can't believe he's saying that. I couldn't get away with that. Holy cow. That was a bit much. He going extra for the cucks in the room. He wanted to fit in. He wanted to fit in. He wanted to fit up under him. Look at, I can't stress how fluffy this ninja is.
Hey man, hey, hell no, my nigga.
That's what I'm saying. You're right. Right? I feel like with like white folks, like they both understood or
giggling with two white guys. Okay, Flacco, man. There's no way you could have, in less than a year, completely turned all of this around. That's what is so frustrating about this. That's what a lot of people don't understand about this, is that this dude is playing in your faces. If you think that in less than a year's time, he has gone from this to where he is currently, it is all about a bag. It's all about the money. This dude is slimy as they come. Like I said, if you can lie about being from North Dakota and actually be from Philly, apparently, according to your cousin, allegedly, you'll do anything. You're selling out for anything. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
understand like it's not gonna go as far, right? Like for example, like if like this interaction, if you implement two Negroes in this interaction, bro, like it's not, things are gonna escalate, right? Like because the threshold for what's acceptable isn't really there when it comes to two Negroes interacting, right? In the city of Atlanta, where it's nothing but grade A dusty Negroes, but nonetheless,
wow.
Right? And this is why I don't hang with Negroes after 5 p.m. That is stamped, that is solidified, bro. Keep them folks from around me. I can say the word coon in reference to a big lip, pink, low, Sambo Negro who's a sellout. I can say that. I'm black. Whoa. It's 29, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Racist,
bro. Yeah.
See, even Sharp is calling him out. But he goes to a white man's platform to say this, mind you. That's the shameful part of this. That's the real diabolical part of this.
I know Harry Spears brought the Igaboo Pookie activities to an established, civilized.
Who even says Igaboo? Like, what self-respecting black man is calling black people Igaboos? This is disgusting. Like, this dude is disgusting. I sincerely hope that when you see him come up in your YouTube feed, you press do not recommend, don't watch, because this dude is like the worst. He's the worst. Just lying. I can't stand a liar, man. You get your ass whooped. In my family, you get your ass whooped for lying. I cannot stand a liar. And this is what he's proven to be. He's willing to lie to get to the money. To get to, this is sad. This is sad. It's very unmanly is what it is.
Platform so much. So now we see why these Igaboos grow up being burdens to societies. Igaboos like Jaden Dandridge didn't just wake up one day and Igaboo. No. He grew up in a household of scallywags with no accountability.
So that's crazy, right? It sounds a lot different than what he sounds like now, and I want people to know this. I want about
Anyway, I think the verdict is in.
Shout out to y'all. Yeah! Shout out to the people at Point and Shoot for exposing this ninja. He is a grifter. People say why and how? Because it's all shock jockery. It's all one-sided. I'm only going to talk about y'all. Y'all didn't hear anything based in any solution. He didn't give anything tangible to say, all right, I understand Don Quavy is doing this, but younger kids need to start doing. It's none of that. It's just he hopes it keeps going on. He's an agent of chaos, and somehow he's trying to grift back over, and it's unacceptable.
Don't let it happen. He's a lying agent of chaos. And you can't trust a freaking liar. That should go without saying. What did what's his name, Jamie Foxx, say in the Ray Charles movie? You scratch a liar, you find a thief. And that's what he up here doing. He up here grifting and lying, and he is stealing. He is stealing resources that ain't rightfully going to him. They don't rightfully belong to him because he ain't providing anything. Shout out to Point and Shoot for that $100 3.5-page pamphlet with the link to be specific. Stealing. That's thievery. $100 and you get double space font, 3.5 pages, which really probably like 2 1/4 of a page or one. It's madness. Line, stealing, tether. Shout out to Project Leroy. Says this live beard tether is tied to General Butt Naked. Shout out to JW. Good to see you, brother. Coming through with the jewels. Thank you.
Appreciate that, brother.
Shout out to brother Lee Turner coming through with some jewels as well.
So here we are, folks. We're going to take Fluffy Flacco for tonight, put him in the pit, and keep it moving.
Let his fluffy self bounce off the walls.
Madness.
Fuck is you talking about?
This is Sparta!
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to hide. You gotta count your blessings. You're sitting at the table. You hear me? Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
Please, ladies and gents of YouTube, Facebook land, social media world, don't let the grift take place. Let them stay stagnant. Let them grift itself over to Rumble or somewhere.
I agree. So here we are. I know one of y'all mentioned earlier, we're going to switch over and talk about some T-Money madness. Y'all mentioned something with that sailor and that ship. See if we can pull this up.
The Orangemen out here wilding. Shout out to the days of old with Mr. Walker's mashups in the Patreon. We should touch on this T-Money global conflict madness. And just like every other time getting wound up with these things, it all just end up being a whole bunch of nothing.
So here we are. Hit the like button. This is crazy.
Is telling ABC News Navy officials are considering renaming a new aircraft carrier after President Trump instead of honoring a highly respected Black World War II hero as planned. Here's ABC's Martha Raddatz.
He was the first African-American in history chosen to have a U.S. aircraft carrier named in his honor, a World War II hero named Doris Miller. But tonight, sources tell ABC News the Pentagon may soon strip that honor away in order to rename the ship after President Trump. Miller was a Navy cook aboard a battleship in Pearl Harbor in 1941 when the Japanese attacked.
The Japanese have attacked the Pearl Harbor.
He ran above deck and with no training, firing an anti-aircraft gun at the onslaught of Japanese warplanes, then carrying injured sailors off the sinking ship to save their lives. He was killed in action himself 2 years later. The first black man in the U.S. ever to receive the Navy Cross for valor. And in 2020, that new honor, an aircraft carrier with his name. His great niece telling us back then,
to have the USS Carrier named after him, our family is just absolutely speechless.
The team building the carrier proud to be part of the history.
My original connection with Doris Miller was the fact that he was someone that looked like me.
At the time, President Trump heralded the decision as well, but with a note of envy.
The next American aircraft carrier will bear the proud name of USS Doris Miller. That's pretty good. They won't give me that honor. That's a big boat. That's a big ship.
There you go. So we knew from the start he was jealous. Trump said, y'all giving this ninja a boat. That's great. That's awesome. Y'all ain't give me nothing. That's a big boat. Y'all ain't give me no damn boat. I'm T-Money. All right. And here we are.
I'm looking up. I want to see how many military naval vessels are named after black folks. And
none.
Yeah, there's none.
No, what you talking about?
That was a redundant search. I just wanted to confirm it. Maybe somebody didn't know. So we had one. And look at what it took. Once again, look at what it took for our soldiers, our men, our brothers to get an honor. He wasn't even allowed to fight. Shout out to my old college coach, Coach John Luckhart. Before every game, our coach used to show us black men in the military that did great things, and this definitely was one of the brothers. Shout out to Coach Luckhart, man. Beautiful thing. Love that. But nevertheless, like that brother he was a cook, and he went against orders to save his people. Do you not understand how wild that is? He most likely, everybody had, and he's like, I'm about to go up and start laying fire. And they most likely was like, boy, don't you dare. And he went and did his thing, and he got the honor against all odds. And here come this orange tyrant trying to take a look at him. That's a big ship. It'd be nice. I want to see Trump on the side of that ship.
of USS Doris Miller. That's pretty good. They won't give me that honor. That's a big boat. That's a big ship. All right, one day maybe, but in the meantime, you're right, one day maybe.
But that day may have come. Sources telling ABC News Navy officials are now weighing removing Miller's name from the ship and instead considering naming it for President Trump. No U.S. Navy vessel has ever been named for a sitting president. Miller's great niece said it would send a message to all Black service members.
It's very heart-wrenching. It's like almost like a stab in the heart for me.
Yeah, so now they say, you know what? We're going to switch your name over. I'm sure they ain't saying nothing. It's probably all him. He's forcing his hand. Like, no, ain't no way y'all going to give him. We'll see how this goes, but it looks like it's over for the brother.
Hate it. There'll be other honor. His story lives on. And this is a part, let this be a part of the history of how we continue to get treated. For those detractors, oh, that was back in the day. We still getting utterly disrespected, even when we go above and beyond what anybody else would dare to freaking do. It grinds my gears. But knowing the power and the fortitude that we have as a people, I find it to be empowering. Salute to this the brother. I can't remember his name. Salute to him and all our ancestors that overcame just egregious odds so that we could be here, continue to fight the fight.
And one thing we know, like I said, the brother was in the military, and T Money was dodging the draft, didn't want to go. So, but nonetheless, he the president, and that's the power he gonna wield around as he's destroyed the country.
I told y'all before, y'all scoffed at me, some of y'all. This orange mother sucker, he ain't leaving that White House. He building his ballroom bunker. That's done. And it ain't done, but that's happening. It's in the process. Now he gonna have his ship. He gonna find a way to get that ship parked outside the White House. Just wait and watch.
It's wicked. I doubt it. Right now, T Money losing all his support. A lot of these white folks done seen it all.
Uh-oh.
Does America feel great again?
No, not at all. Well, I can get laid off tomorrow, then I'm pretty much homeless. Because, you can't save now. Every dollar you have has to go to gas, groceries, bills, rent.
Does America feel great again?
Not in the way everyone wanted, with gas prices, and you can't afford to breathe at this point.
What does it feel like to be living in these conditions right now, in these economic conditions right now?
Hurt, very hurt. I try to do, sorry, I cried. I try to do a lot for my kids, and I can't do much.
It's hard, especially as a father, because you ain't got that extra cash to go and spoil your kids. So it's pretty difficult.
The middle class is definitely being affected. Yeah. Low class might as well, crawl in a hole because they can't afford anything.
There you go. So that's America right now. Yeah, T Money getting back in no office. We don't know who's gonna be in there, but we don't even know where this country gonna be. Y'all better start praying. Yeah. So yeah, T Money, all of that. Yeah, T Money got prices on his head. He got bigger stuff to worry about. Whenever it's up, he gonna try to exit stage left so fast because everything will be in turmoil. He ain't gonna be sticking around for this.
Another one of my theories now. I said either he ain't ever leaving that place or he's going to be the fall guy. The orange man embodies all that proud white Billy Bob thinks America is. Brutish, a bully. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to have my way. Tyrannical. They love him. And they put this ninja to the forefront. I still have a hard time wrapping my mind around all the things he has done as of today, from the insurrection to the conflict, but they love him. And he thinks, they thinks they love him. No, it's about to be dinner for schmucks. That's what it's about to be, most likely, but we'll see.
Drill, baby, drill just didn't go, I don't think.
You still can't beat inflation, no matter what. Well, it seems we never catch up, no matter what. We're always behind the 8 ball.
the fuck do you get a job and fuck up everything? Everything? Everything. This motherfucker has fucked up everything. Gas, water, air, everything.
And there you go. So no new wars, lie, lower gas, tariff check, the EP files, and lower energy costs, affordable homes, draining the swamp, America First, everything. But like you said, a lot of folks, it's almost like sports or anything. That's America. When people are on a team or a side, they just gonna double down. Hell, the Dallas Cowboys still got diehard fans, and they ain't won a Super Bowl in over 30 years. So welcome to America.
Cowboys always catching strays. Shout out to Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson said that the orange man wasn't the most honest, and mistakes, you shut him down. Look at that. All lies. Or should we say fibs? Just a little fib, huh? Lower gas prices? Absolutely not. Every time I got to go fill up, every time I look at my gas gauge and it's starting to get low, I start to sweat. Tariffs checks? We ain't Ninja got no T-Money tariff checks. Yeah, you see the next one now. It's all bad.
I'm not sure if we should be celebrating 4th of July after we just come off a
Celebrate
strong,
everything else?
No, we just came off a strong Juneteenth, understanding what it is.
So we got to make a stand-up curve in July 4th?
We are still American.
We got to curve July 4th now?
We not American? But see, the problem with Are the history... we not hold on, fucking hold American? on, nigga. Hold on, nigga. I'm going to answer the question the way I'm going to answer it. You relax. Check this out. 4th of July is the independence of America from Britain, right?
Yeah.
Nigga, is you American or not, nigga?
Where was you born in America?
You talking about, nigga? You ain't kick no knowledge right there, nigga. What the fuck you trying to kick knowledge? Hold on for a second. You relax, nigga.
Here we go. All right, this brother Mano, he trying to kick some knowledge, apparently. And we got Jim Jones and these colonized ninjas, these grown-ass babies up here. You American. We ain't black. First of all, we don't even know a lot of lineage. Like, say, I know Fabulous. He's like Dominican or so. I don't know. Like I said, a lot of these guys don't identify. It just is what it is.
There you go. And that's why we must delineate. You see that? They don't care about what we got going on. And that's all right. Understand something. Yeah, because folks got it twisted. We ain't asking nobody to care. That would be silly and foolish of us. Nobody cares about anything but themselves. But y'all gonna respect this delineation. Y'all ain't gotta acknowledge it. But go off, Jim Jones, with your wild, immature self, Ninja.
Nigga.
Where was you born in America?
You talking about, nigga? You ain't kick no knowledge right there, nigga. What the fuck you trying to kick knowledge? Hold on for a second. You relax, nigga. When America got its independence from Britain, black people still slaves. So what? So we wasn't. Was you a slave?
Huh. Here we go. This is why delineation. Look at his face. He like this, and he's somewhat of an ignorant ninja himself, but he's woke a little bit. You look at his face. He said back in 1775, whatever year that was. Independence Day. We were still on the plantation. Jim Jones says, so was you? A lot of y'all in the comments, I see y'all take that sentiment. That is crazy as hell. It's like, why you worry about what they did back? Because she's like, look, I got diamonds on my neck. Hell, I got diamonds and Rolexes. Was you? I'm living good. I don't know nothing about it.
That's the plan. That's the plan. That's that boule talk. Yeah, that time is done. Stop talking about it. Does any other culture follow suit? Do the small hats just disregard being in Auschwitz? Do the Irish just completely nullify their struggles? In every other culture that has been prosecuted, and none have been prosecuted like us, argue with your mammy. Do they just completely disregard the struggle of their ancestors like it's nothing? It's nothing wrong with saying, you're right, brother. Acknowledge it and then say what you got to say. But he was you? Just completely nullifying it. That is disgraceful.
Like I said, not only the mere fact that we were still on the plantation, but just look within the declarations themselves. No, I mean, they were very intentional on how they worded things and how things were going. And it took almost another 200 years before the Civil Rights Act and all this stuff. So, man, get out of here.
Go ahead, Jim Jones.
And shout out to BY. It says, in fact, all 4 of them ain't black. You know what I'm saying?
And there they go. Talking like they is. It's got to stop. Shout out to Sister Ebony Dean. I get it. This got to stop. Shout out to one of our sponsors, Brother Omni Design. Says T-Money is still in power because we don't revolt. We are scared sheep following to the end of the cliff. Some sad truth there, the mass majority. I'm going to find my own pasture. I'm going to perish peacefully.
That's it. Boots on. And like you say, if you don't identify with us, I get it. Shout out to the brother No Contendo. Some of y'all done came up here. We get it. Y'all truly it's DNA deep. It's beyond bone, skin. It's DNA. So you simply, if you're making this face right here, you don't get it. You completely disconnected. You can get the hell out of here. Like, seriously.
Why make that face? Like these, I don't know. I don't understand how you get so disconnected. But I promise you this, I'm going to pay attention, take note, and make sure I don't fall victim to the same madness, because they are falling victim to this outlook. You don't get it misunderstood. There is a cost to pay for this outlook. There you go. That's why I'm trying to warn y'all. We ain't just this ain't emotion, but time will show, time will tell.
So there you go. They said Dave East is Haitian and they Fab is Dominican, like I thought. Jim Jones is Bohemian, and so they all over the place, and they identify. Ain't nothing wrong with that, though. At the same, just stop speaking on us, especially so strongly with disdain. Now you a tether just from this damn face. That is the face of a tether because it's disdain and disrespect.
Jim Jones is a tether. Mark it.
I mean, seriously.
I agree.
It's crazy, man. Here we go.
Independence from Britain, black people still slaves.
That's
so
true.
what? So we wasn't
Was you a slave?
Let me ask you this: have you ever
Was
bought
you
fireworks?
a slave, nigga?
Yeah.
Or was you born free in America?
You
There you go. He don't have that connection. The way Jim Jones is even talking to him is a form of delineation. He like, was you? Like, he like, I don't know. Because he don't, if you knew, you wouldn't even have this sentiment because it's disrespectful. It really is. That's why the brother just sat back. He didn't say nothing. He like, we all cool and all, but I'm ready to put pause on you.
He brought up slavery and he disregarded it. That's shameful. I bet you won't do that to any other culture without repercussions. You see, only us, where the connection should be the deepest, where the roots should run the deepest, they are so shallow today. It's a shame. It's a shame before God, I promise you.
So hold on for a second. When America got its independence from Britain, black people still slaves.
So
true.
what?
So we wasn't
Was you a slave?
Let me ask you this: have you ever
Was
bought
you a
fireworks?
slave, nigga?
He didn't even answer him. Look, he started to, and
So what? So we wasn't
Was you a slave?
Have you ever?
And wasn't even worth it. I don't think he thought he was going through it. He like, I ain't got nothing nice to say. You should have just said whatever came to your mind just now. Call him whatever you wanted to just call him.
I get why he stopped. He sat there and he was about to say no, but he's like, I ain't about to sit here and make your wicked point. I'm just gonna be silent. I second his decision. Sometimes it's just best to be silent. Just look at a ninja. Just look at him or just look away. There you go. Come on. The majority of communication is nonverbal. Somebody say something like that for him, just Just turn away. They gonna get the answer. They gonna understood that what they said you strongly don't agree with.
And there you go. So you ain't supposed to have no connection to your ancestors or their struggle or them being captured and tortured and held prisoner. You're not supposed to have no connection to that. You was born free, ninja. Move on.
Because talking about that don't make you a safe ninja. You see that? The Jimmy Jones of the world, they wouldn't be in these back rooms with the colonizer man with his checkbook. You can't be talking like this in those rooms that make them uncomfortable. You got to be a safe ninja, Toby. I get it.
So yeah, there you go. So in this moment, I would say Jim Jones is on the plantation.
Toby, be good boy for master. Don't send Toby away. Toby, be good field hand, master.
That's all right, Toby. That's all right. You be a good field hand, you can stay here.
Ah, Toby, stay. Toby, stay.
Every time he smack him on the head, I'm like, God dang. I got like an involuntary action to just throw an uppercut. Hadouken.
Hold on for a second. When America got its independence from Britain, black people still slaves.
So what?
So we wasn't
Was you a slave?
Let me ask you this: have you ever
Was
bought
you
fireworks?
a slave, nigga?
Yeah.
Or was you born free in
So
America?
You trying to?
I'm just
He's
saying.
educated now.
I'm educated
You off
now.
that? I'm not mad at what you're saying, but
You understand?
You
Yeah, I
saying
respect it, but
you saying as a general whole, as a
General, the
population.
history of black people. General.
Well, he's saying I respect it, but they keep saying, yeah, I hear you, but Fab said, okay, I respect it, but what? That just null and void everything you don't respect it. You say, okay, I hear you. I respect your FBA stance, but I ain't FBA, so I don't identify. Finish your statement.
Kev said it best. He's the first and only person I ever heard break it down like that. And it stands true. Folks out there, you sitting here debating, anytime somebody say something they in agreement with you, and then they throw but, everything before but was a lie. Because but is in contrary to. I believe you, but what? You believe me, but there's a lie in there? I understand, but I don't care. I hear you, but I don't care. There you go.
That's wicked work. So for that, we're going to take Jim Jones, Fab, and these goofy ninjas to the pit.
Go ahead, all you non-FBA ninjas.
Dang.
Madness.
Fuck is you talking about?
This is Sparta!
You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to hide. You gotta count your blessings. You're sitting at the table. You hear me? Ooh, child, things will get brighter.
It's not hate, folks. Shout out to FBA. It's not hate. None of that. It can't be hate. If anybody has FBA folks, we don't really even have the ability to hate. We so low as a collective on the socioeconomic totem pole, but we must delineate why we keep seeing examples. Why ninjas speaking on us, disregarding our ancestors' struggle, disrespecting them, but they want to collect that money from being patronized by our people. It must stop.
Man. So here we are, folks. We done made our way through this wonky show tonight. If you're just coming in, you missed a lot. We talked about, as you see, Master P and that whole debacle, this officer tantrum. We talked about Fluffy Flacco and some more stuff. We talked about the stuff going on with Target in that Halloween costume and what was it, Texas Roadhouse. Bunch of stuff. It was a crazy show.
Yes, it was. Yeah, shout out to this Texas Roadhouse madness. Come on, let us use these trying times, these first world trying times. Talking about can't eat out at restaurants. Let's allow these first world trying times to make us better, build us up. I'm very serious. And I remember I talked to my wife before summer came. Summer about gone now. And I got to do better too. I said that we was going to do better at having cookouts and inviting Gavin and his wife over. And we did a little bit, but life goes on and we kind of dropped the ball. So there's a little bit of accountability, but I truly believe and I feel in my heart that is the way. Save our money, pull our money together when it comes to the eating out. Let's start cooking for ourselves. I swear to goodness, I feel like I blinked and cookouts stopped existing. Like if I got any fond memories as a kid, it was the cookouts. Even when it was riddled with drama, gunshots, and crackheads, the cookout still was a bonding time. We got to bring it back.
Seriously. So that's a good point. And as we moving forward here, we're going to touch on that stuff because the FBA community is drawing the line and we are demanding respect. Enough is enough. And shout out to y'all for coming through tonight. And as y'all know, we will be back tomorrow night for Single by Choices.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
So make sure y'all are here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard for the show.
Can't stop, won't stop, no diddy. Shout out to y'all for rocking with us this fine Truth Over Lies evening. We appreciate y'all coming through as y'all always do, supporting your channel, supporting your interests, supporting your beautiful black media. Thank you to everybody coming through, hitting that Cash App, hitting the Super Chat, gifting the memberships, and all y'all that get y'all no-cost memberships. Make sure y'all re-up at the end of your no-cost month and show some backwoods country boys some support. And shout out to the Patreon. As Mr. X said yesterday during the show, we're going to start adding new content, exclusive content to the Patreon as we begin to simulcast on Kick, Twitch, and these other platforms. So make sure you join the Patreon today because today's prices are not tomorrow's prices.
That part. And shout out to all the sponsors tonight, especially in the Cash App, Tabitha. And shout out to the week-long sponsor, Elijah. Also, shout out to Frederick Howard, Brother Ryan Page, Sister Rachel, Olawa, Project Leroy, B. Wyatt, Ashy Foots. Who else we got here? The big sponsor tonight, been coming through all night, Omni Design. So shout out to Omni and Brother Elijah for sponsoring the show.
Shout out to everybody coming through with the twos and fews. We ain't too good for none of it. Shout out to the Cash Apps, the Jewel Drops, all that. But big thank you to the show sponsors like Omni coming through, helping keeping the lights on at Carpet for the Horse Studios. Thank you, and thank you.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka!
So we'll see y'all back up here tomorrow night for Single by Choices at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Until then, I'm Gavin X.
I am Mr. Walker.
And we are Carpet for the Horse Productions.
A good evening.
We're trying to get you old now, viral online.
Truthful lies, say it loud, say it clear. Left the streets where you need you here. Quarters of vision, fit your focus, kiss. Break generational suffering. Truthful lies, say it loud, say it clear. Left the streets where you need you here. Quarters of vision, future focus, kings. Break generational suffering.
We don't profit off death. We don't clap for destruction. We here to build men.
Not bury, but